What's going on? Everyone's leaving. I've just started the stream and everyone's leaving. I'm having a mare. I'm ready to bail. What's going on? Please use Rotary's room. Right. Okay. Hi guys out there, you're joining us for the AXR 24-hour charity race Stint 4, and it's been plagued with bugs since Stint 3, lots of lagging. I've been trying to get my room sorted out for a while, and it hasn't been working, and then I was trying to sort the grid out. Trust me, that was an absolute mare. If you're watching Groot, I'm only doing this next time if I don't host rooms. And I'm serious, because I asked dozens of times in Discord what the grid was, and I've just sat here and literally taken 20 minutes writing down almost every racer that's taking part, trying to work out who's where. I'm watching the YouTube of Stint 3, and he's not going past 8th, so I can't tell who's after 8th place. And so yes, that's why the delay on my behalf, because I just couldn't work out the grid. And I kept asking in Discord, but no one was answering. So here we are, guys, all happy here in the 24-hour. Remember, it's for charity. That's why we're doing this. And here we are for Stint 4, bouncing off the walls here. Looking forward to this. We've had 3 absolutely amazing stints. Well, 2.5 amazing stints. That's a lot better than my room. It's not bouncing around at all, so that's good. And now someone else has to worry about the grid. I've got it if you want. I'll tell you, it's Storm in pole. Hang on, can I find them? I don't know where they are. Well, Temlaw or something came first in Stint 3, so it's either Storm or Noir that's in pole. SDM Splash came second, so it's either Caliber or Viper in seconds. Liam came third, so Vulcan is third. I found that one. Mortec, I think, came fourth, so it's either Philo or Potter that's in fourth. Mako came fifth, so Caddy is in fifth. Sixth was TSO40, so Danker or Tom takes sixth spot. Scuderia finished seventh, so it's Luke or Tikal. Eighth, Dino finished, so it's TSMJ DJ in 8th spot. 9th is I Am Not Jimmy finished, so it's Rushed or Shake in 9th. 10th, Shadow finished, so Swift starts in 10th. 11, Groot finished, so Robbo or DeBaggage starts in 11th. 12th, Lewis finished, so Simp 3 Pro starts in 12th. 13th, Waterskin. Though I missed someone out because no one's turned up. The blokes who drive the Mazda, they didn't even bother showing up. I only had 13 in my room, only 11 shown up so far in this one. Paul Ebden saying, ready for this thingy? Oh, yeah. I am, mate. I am. I'm alright. I was just stressing because I'm doing it all on the smallest phone invented, with all these different names, with all these initials, and I'm an old man, really. What happened to good old-fashioned usernames? Like Egbert, or your mum. So in the chat, Paul Ebden asking if I'm ready for this thingy. Florista Jaeger saying good luck, DMR TSMJ DJ, and DMR Simp 3 Pro. Paul Ebden says this is going to awesome at night. SBR said hi. SBR said SBR leading. Let's go. thingy-majig's having a meltdown in the commentators' room. Oh, Luke Mitchell's joined, so we're doing all right. 3. We're only 30 minutes behind, guys, of our start time. Dan Robo there, nipping around. You're not going to see much, are you, really, in the dark? But I'll tell you what you will see in the dark that I noticed when I was watching them skipping and bouncing all over the Nürburgring when in my lobby. You see the brakes discs lighting up, which is an absolute delight to watch. And you also see the flames kicking out the side of some of the cars. Don't think that one's got flames. Storm Pacer, where's your exhaust pipe? Is it in the back? You know, he has got exhaust inside there. Well, you see them flash up as well, which looks absolutely crack-a-lacking. Look at this, I don't even have to worry about the grid. This is so much easier. This, as Loki said, is the way it should be. Does this not feel comfortable? Paul Ebden saying, I know what you mean, us old boys. Yes. We're a different generation of gamer. We don't want your new fad fangle ways. Keep that to yourself, you youngsters. Play Among Us on that silly little phone where you can't even see what task you're completing. I have to open the map every 2 seconds and then zoom in, find where my task is, and then try and find it. My finger runs off the edge of the phone and I'm suddenly stood there and someone presses the red button and says, he's the murderer, he keeps just standing still. I'm like, no, I'm just useless with my phone, please. So, yes, someone else is sorting out the grid. I only had 13 guys show up. I think the guys in the Mazda, I'll tell you, in that last stint, Kale did not even get underway for the pace team. I know that much. I have been watching the stints. It's kind of addictive, I've got to say. I don't know if any of you out there have got a little bit hooked to this 24-hour thing. I had plans to get on with my life after I did my stint this morning, after stint 1, and then found myself watching most of stint 2 whilst trying to do things but not very well. Who's the Mazda group then? Who's driving them Mazdas? I'm sure they didn't show up in my room. Not that I'm mad about it. It's a free world. Anyone can do what they want to do. That's the beauty of it. Yes, Shake and Baked or Rushed 4 I was looking for. They would have finished 9th, or started 9th, sorry, but I couldn't find them. They didn't show up. So how many? I was looking to see how many we showed up and I didn't even look in the end. So 12, one less. Get in the guys, says Dino. Rotary, waiting on 2 SA gents. Stry, oh, good luck. Sorry, good luck. They don't read Discords. They don't do Discords? They don't do... Why don't they do Discord? I thought Discord was the future. Even I know that, and I'm an old man. I was just moaning about future technologies. But here I am, flicking through Discord like it's something I've had my whole life. I'm not a big fan. I tell you, especially when you open something, it says 25 messages. I've got to scroll through a hell of a lot of messages. Yeah, I'll get you updated on the Just Giving. This is for a charity, like I said. This is the Race for Dementia, set up by Jackie Stewart himself, the racer of all racers. It's Stint 4, Splash. Oh, is he saying that for the next lot? Hey, Pro has joined also, so they're up to what? Oh dear. 12 so far, 2 to come, 2 to come. And we've got a full house. Doing chores at home. Oh look, we're missing those in the chats. I know what you mean, us old boys. SBR Sim Racing said, what happens when your Red Bull wears off? It never wears off. I've got loads of it stacked up. I bought 2 12 packs. Good evening, says Dark Smoker. I remember you from this morning. Paul Ebden, I still use an abacus. Paul Ebden also says, have been watching most of the stints between. Jay now, here we go again. And Paul Ebden says, doing chores at home. So yes, this is the 24-hour charity event. I have to go to event details and I will tell you now how the Just Giving's going. I tried to tag, I did promise you I'd try and tag the Just Giving in the comments. YouTube took it down. They don't like charity. YouTube loves dementia, they hate charity. Spread the words. So they took down the link. But it's I think there is a promo link on YouTube, which is weird, me telling you to say stop watching me, have a look on this channel, this YouTube channel, and find the trailer so you can go to the Just Giving. It's all what should have happened, and what should happen in the future is they probably just buy a really cheap domain, so we can just say a website to send you all to the domain, which will have a link for the Just Giving. So yeah, they're up to 432 quid. That's 86% of their up to their target. 500 quid that was the target, so we're up to 432. The story is on the 27th, 28th February 2021. Oh, I could do this like 18. Hang on. On the 27th, 28th of February 2021, 45 drivers from 15 teams all over the globe will take to the virtual Nürburgring on GT Sport in a 24-hour race to try and raise some funds for the Race Against Dementia Foundation, a charity which is tirelessly working towards accelerating the research for a cure and treatment for this heartbreaking disease. Anyone and everyone can keep up with the action on the day with live streams straight from Akipax Racing YouTube channel. They are the A-Team. So yeah, that's not bad, is it? It's alright. 432 squid out of the he was hoping for a 500. We're on the 4th stint of 6, just beginning the 4th stint. In the chat then, Nathan Bodenheimer says, let's go Dankert and Pepsi, TXG, CJW, saying good evening all, off to bed for me soon, but I'll watch the start. Jay Neal said you should commentate Death Race. Yeah. 2 go in, 1 comes out. Who will win? Who will die? You sound like the guy. I don't know it, honestly. I don't know Death Race. Oh dearie me, I just try and make myself giggle, that's all. I'm just ridiculously silly. Yeah, it's gone. You guys go when you're ready. Any restarts, you'll have to go down to 25 laps. Hey, I'm ready, man. I'm here. I'm all good. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do the it's rotaries. I told him where the positions were. First place is either Storm or Noir. Second is Caliber or Viper. I've done all the legwork. Third is Vulcan. 4th will be Philo or Potter. 6th is Caddy. No, 5th is Caddy. 6th is TSO40. He finished, so that is either Danker or Tom. 7th will either be Luke or Tahaki. I think it's Tiachi. 8th Dino finished, so that's TSMJ DJ. 9th, I am not Jimmy. I don't think any of his team turned up, not in my lobby. Oh no, we've got all 14 now, so that just totally messes up my one. I've been trying to keep up with the overall standings. It's wild, it is. I can't wait. There is a spreadsheet in one of the Discords for the first 2 stints, I think. They've been added to it with their times. But other than that, am I meant to do the grid? Am I meant to be doing the grid? Oh, am I doing the grid? Oh no, hang on. We're all in order now, he says. Awesome. I'm just chilling, man. This is fantastic. I love it. Oh shoot, someone's gone in and left it as a big grey sling. Yeah, now the pressure's off of the grid stuff. I'm cool. I made a latte. I want to go look for it. Here it is. I didn't even stir it up. Can you hear me in the kitchen? I don't know how far this mic goes. Yeah, the other guys who've been doing the stints has been awesome, I must say. Jimmy B in the last stint, fantastic. The second stint, sorry, he was fantastic. And all the woes from stint 3, I think Paris, or I can't remember his name, was it Eurog or something like that, did an absolutely cracking job to keep up to date with what was going on the track. In the chat then we have John Carter saying rush 4, checking in. Have a great stint, brother. Whiskey Bandits. Jay Neal says, yee. Narcotic Hypnosis says, I've been trying to keep up with overall standing. This is wild. I think I saw that one. Astralis said, go team DMR, go. I'm not Jimmy said, rush 4 is in my teammate. Yes, he didn't pop into mine, but I think he's in this one, isn't he? Because we've got 14 people. So Rushed, I know Rushed should be starting in 8th place. I believe that's where Dino finished, but it's not my problem anymore. It's not my problem anymore. Some other poor buggers sat there trying to work it out, and I don't have that problem anymore. So I get to watch them practice in the dark. This is going to be so cool when they're racing and you're seeing them exhaust pipes kicking out them flames, the brake discs glowing. There we go. Should be 14. Last chance to say if you can't see 14. Me, I see 14. Everybody's there. Everybody's in. Everybody's going for the win. I see 14. I don't know if you hear me, but I'll tell you. I'm all cheered up. You should have heard me right at the beginning of this stream. I was spitting. I see 14. Now I'm just messing about. I should be getting serious. Oh, he started. No, I won't. I was going to say I see dead people, but he started now. Can I send you a friend request, Luke? Yes. How ridiculous. Get in there, Safa. So, in the chat then, we've got Rushed is my teammate. I'm not Jimmy. No, you're not lobby host. I know I'm not the whole lobby host. I was. Goes GTS, DMR, Pace, Motorsports. Jay Neal is spreading himself across those sim racing teams. DMR Wolfman Willie says, good luck all. Go team DMR. I'm getting some coffee and sleep now. You deserve it after your stints. Wolfman Willie, get in there, Saffers. Floresta Jaeger says, Mr. Commentator, you better keep us awake. I will try. Here we go. Look, they're lining up already. Did not take long. Leading us away on their parade lap. It's going to be a dark one, guys. Let me have a sip. Storm Pacer leading the Rolling Star, and there they go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Can you see my headlights from afar? Viper in second place. Vulcan here. Well, I'll have to hand out some of these so I can see what cars they are. BMW. Vulcan is sat in. It's going to take me an hour. Oh, see Potter trying to make a move up there. We saw Potter doing some daring overtaking. He ended up with a bit of damage. And he's not learned no lessons from stint 1. He's going for it again. Early doors, trying to get past the Vulcan. It's life, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Not as we know it. It's life, Jim. And Potter makes the move without a piece of damage. Caddy now. Caddy just slipping one right up the side of Vulcan. Vulcan was not expecting that in any way, shape or form. Storm Pacer still leading the way with Viper keeping a close look on him. Driving in that Subaru, wiggling around, trying to get that grip down on the pavement. Potter now in third, just ahead of Caddy. We saw Caddy just slipping it through past the Vulcan. Caddy did a great run, but he was a bad boy in stint 1, so Stewart's probably still wanting a word with him, and he's looking to have a bash at Potter McPot in front. I worked out what Potter McPot was for, the username in stint 1. You'll have to go back and watch it. I'm not going to go over it again, but yes, we got to the bottom. He's a Harry Potter fan, spoiler alert. Sorry. There we saw Caddy getting up the side of Potter, but he backed out of that one. So Storm only just ahead of Viper. Viper trying to get past that BMW. And is it a Beamer? I think it is. I think that's the Beamer. Pretty sure it is. When it says M-Power on the back of the spoiler, it's a bit of a giveaway. Hey, it's late. I'm going to just use it's late as an excuse for every single mistake. And just don't watch me during the day, because the same mistakes happen for some reason. Caddy, then he has Caddy. Oh no, we've lost Potter. Potter's moved down. Oh no, does Potter get rear-ended? That may have been. We saw the caddy. Oh, my replay's just not working today. So Potter McPot, damage on the back. Is he just going to carry that on through, or will he nip into the pits? Yeah, they do lose around about 10 seconds. We were seeing 10 to 12 seconds trying to carry damage around, I suppose, depending on damage. There we see Viper, Caddy's caught up with these guys. Caddy absolutely on a flyer one at the moment. He's trying to get up the side of the Subaru of a Viper. We saw Viper's teammate in Stint 1 absolutely owning this race. He did. And now Viper in that second spot, right all up in Storm Pacer's business, with Caddy closely following in third place. We got a race on, boys. So in the chat, Narcotic says that's a cool view. Franklin says go KLM pace. Caddy already back at door banging, lol. Caddy, the bad boy of sim racing. SBR saying Lewis Vulcan back passes Harry Potter. J Neil, Caddy won't bump you if you don't bump him. Narcotic Hypnosis saying okay, so overall Luke is ahead of Vulcan by 16 seconds and Caddy is third by roughly 49 seconds. So Storm still ahead of Viper. Caddy that in that train. Vulcan in fourth. Potter still carrying that damage ahead of Luke Mitchell. We saw Luke Mitchell doing absolutely wonders in Stint 1 to finish on that podium in the Subaru. DMRETSJ. Yes, I thought someone told me his name. Juan in the yellow Dodge. He is in 7th place ahead of Swift in the Jag. I remember Swift from Stint 1. It's some familiar faces. It's not throwing me off too much. There's Dan Robbo taking that Porsche sideways. He is midnight drift with the Porsche. Dan Robbo driving it like he stole it. There is a Dankert for the THG guys in 10th place ahead of Sampro in the car 777 Dodge Viper Orange. There's a Rushed in 4th in his Mazda. Is that the Whiskey Bandits? Is that the Whiskey Bandits I hear? Pour me a shot of JD, please. 13th for Pepsi for the THG guys. And Pace, he was at the back because Kale disconnected. Well, he didn't disconnect, he got stuck on the grid. He had to just log out. So Kale, not bad. Oh, Pace looking like he's grabbing a spot on the luck. He's side by side coming along that way. Right. I'm not going to keep up with these chats because my word, it's all over the place there. Caddy is just drunk, I'm sure. Roadrunner Dan says, hey Thingamajig, hi Roadrunner Dan. Did you have a good... Don't tell me, I don't want to know what happened tonight. I'm doing the replay tomorrow. I don't want no spoilers. I'm looking forward to Versace, I think, in the Group 2 cars for the Amigo guys. A bit of advertising there. Liam is saying, according to our driver, just behind them, Roadrunner Dan says our GR2 cars cancelled due to service. Oh, you got it as well. Yeah, we've had red flags and all sorts this evening. It's been crazy. Caddy has moved up to the lead. Viper, Vulcan, who was it? Viper wasn't leading, it was Storm. Where's Storm? Storm down into 6th. He's got no damage. He hasn't damaged his car though. I mean, dropping from 1st to 6th usually is a really bum fest, but what we found from Stint 1, if you drop the whole field and you haven't damaged your car, it's a win. So he's lost positions, but the car intact, and that is a good thing, trust me, in this race where you lose a lot of time. You know, ask Potter how he's getting on there with that rear bumper hanging off, scraping along the ground. He's alright though, he's 1.7 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer. Swift 1.7 seconds behind Storm Pacer. It's all still quite closely bunched up. TSM in 4th, there you go, in your Dodge, looking great in the dark. Let's see some flames kick outside. Oh, why am I not seeing flames? I saw flames in practice. I was like, ooh, look at that. Oh, so cool. And I haven't seen no flames since. I demand flames, GT Sports. If you're not going to give us GT7, then give us flames, god damn it. And Monaco. I'd love to have a go around there in VR. Caddy 1.8 seconds behind Viper. No, 1.8 seconds ahead. Caddy, wow, look at him. Did he affect Storm? Is that the reason Storm is in 6th? We will not know because I missed it. I was too busy looking up and down the field. There is Viper. He's only a 10th ahead of Vulcan. Vulcan just about to beam in front of the Viper. Frankin Sare says, we want flames. I want flames. Not even one lap done, and Caddy has made contact with 3 cars. Yikes. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, the stewards want to see you. Post-race. Caddy leading the way, 2.2 seconds. Man is on a mission, and no man will get in his way. Viper still holding Vulcan off. Let's have a look inside Vulcan's car, and let's have a look to see if he can get that tow. See the brake lights just dabbing on, I reckon. And Vulcan there swings up to second, but I reckon Viper did that on purpose. I think Viper wants a tow. I think Viper now thinks time to fuel save already on lap 1. Can you believe it? This is awesome stuff. Caddy, settle down, guys. We're here for 2 hours. I'm talking like this is a sprint race. Vulcan in second place. I said to Groot after the first stint, saying you said there'd be loads of breaks and I could go and just do what I wanted to do. It'd be quite easy. And it was like a 4-hour sprint race. So you could have gone for a break. Like, I wouldn't have known who was where. It changed that often. I would have gone out for a fag or something. There is Potter. He is fixing that damage. Good choice. So Caddy continuing on in the lead with Vulcan now ahead of Viper, who is down into 3rd place. TSM. Oh, the chat is going crazy. Paul Evan, yes, Monaco and GT7, bring it on. SBR says Caddy Shack. Jay now says, guys, racing is aggressive. If you want to cry about it, stay at home. SBR saying Lewis on the move. Noir saying, geez, we patronising dirty racing here or what? Frank and Sawir, well, I'm not patronising anything. Shake and bake move. SBR, sim racing, we are home. Jay Neal, good job by a Vulcan. Roadrunner Dan, how many Red Bulls have you had? Stop counting. I don't count them anymore. Anyway, it's alright, because in an hour we're in the next day and I can reset and just drink as many up until 2 AM. Or I'll be 2:30, I suppose. We'll be racing to. Oh no, TSM has got a bit of damage on the front of his car. Storm Pacer only 1.5 seconds behind. We're seeing a bit of damage in the dark. They're not seeing. Hey, I saw flames then, I promise you. Just as I cut to it. Awesome. I'm sticking with TSM now. He's giving me flames. Yes, we didn't get much damage, I don't think. Only a few cars. Caught a bit of damage. I saw in Stint 2, a lot of cars caught damage really early on there. Swift, damage on the back there. Has Robbo got damage on the front? No. Not blaming Robbo then in his Porsche. Oh, we saw Robbo doing some amazing drifting. There he is again, losing that back end of that Porsche. He doesn't seem to care. I reckon he's got that brake bias all the way to the back. And it's Tokyo Drift for him. So leading Caddy. Bad boys. Vulcan in 2nd place. Beam me up, Jim. Captain. Viper in 3rd place, driving a Subaru. There is a TSM with that rear bumper problem that he's got. Deadman Racing all over that rear bumper, but it's not giving him the downforce he needs on the rear of that car. Storm Pacer, he's there in 5th place. He was leading this race. He's only 3/10 ahead of Swift, but we've seen Swift also damage on the back of his car. Sitting on board Swift there. Whoa, you can see he loses the downforce as they go into that corner, driving so close behind Storm Pacer. In the chat, wow, Jay Neal, catch up and pass him properly and show everyone how good you are, regardless of another making contact, but not good enough it seems. I'm going to start singing the comments. If the comments are getting salty and arguments again, then I'm going to sing them in like a play school sort of a way, like a rhyming way. What happened to Luke Mitchell? Oh yeah, you're right, Luke Mitchell was there. He was up there, wasn't he? And I've messed my view up now, booger. So, Potter, after he's completed, fixed, there you go, Luke is down there in 11th, he also came in the pits, guessing he must have got a little bit of a bash in. Dankert down in 12th place on those super softs, he's also been in, must have caught a little bit of damage, rushed, also on an outlap, there must have been a few. Oh, there must have been a bit of a pile-up we missed further back, got a few in there, have had to come in and fix things. Vulcan now in 2nd place with Caddy in 1st. Viper in that Subaru 1.7 seconds behind the, what was it, a Corvette? Oh, BMW, sorry. Caddy there in his Chevy. the Batmobile. I think I was calling it earlier, but you can't see the bat sign now, so it doesn't make sense. TSM, he's coping with that damage. It's not on the back, is it? It's on the front. Fool. But he seems to be coping. He's getting purples. Maybe he'll stick with it. Maybe the damage is only light. He's talking to the team now. They're assessing the situation. Do I pit? Do I stay out? I'm still 1.8 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer. Storm Pacer in the BMW. Now, I tell you, those BMWs, and Storm Pacer may have dropped off, because those BMWs I saw Noir in the first stint take that very long into the race. Absolutely amazingly long. Swift there, he's still carrying that damage, and he's got Dan Robbo behind him. I've got to get back into the car again now. Bugger. Ooh, green lights, man, that's hazy as. Yeah, man. Ooh, and it goes blue when you want to change gears. So cool. It's really bright in that Porsche. I don't know about the in-car on that. It'll be a hard drive in the dark. It's lighter in the car. There you go. He's completed the overtake. Sorry, I was too busy admiring the dashboard. But Swift, remember, is carrying that damage. Swift trying to come back. I'm going to go on the bonnet now. Just to go on the bonnet, but that's all right. Swift still getting fastest times. But they all are in it. Second lap, that's why. Why am I talking about purples? Ooh. Swift braking a little bit later than the Porsche. So Caddy leading the way, 3.3 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Vulcan there, 3 seconds ahead of Viper. TSN is struggling to keep that car on the track, losing all that downforce in the front there with his damage. Storm Pacer has got Dan Robbo right up his jacksie. We just saw, well, he's just got past Swift, hasn't he, Dan Robbo? He's man on the move, tracking, and now you can see TSM just up ahead of these guys. And Dan Robbo making some great movements up through the pack. It really is. I'm amazed. He's had some great driving. When I saw him going sideways through that corner, I thought, he's going nowhere tonight, darling. Pull up a deck chair. You're going nowhere, son. But yes, he's rocked up to the back of Swift. Granted, Swift is carrying damage, and now he is hassling Storm Pacer, which I think he's on a fuel save at the moment, and TSN has got some damage just up ahead of these guys. So we'll give a quick rundown. We've got to keep a track of what's going on all around. Roadrunner Dan says cheers for the update on Luke. And Frank Solway says Swift being brave with the damage. Swift doing well with the damage he has, and if it's not bothering him too much, it's good staying out. Yes, it does cost you a lot in that pit stop. So Caddy leading, and we're just about to see a move, won't we? Robbo was just having a look at Storm Pace. Storm Pace. No, that's Storm Pace. TSM. He's carrying that front damage, and so is Swift. But now Swift has got pace, and Simpro catching him up. So, big questions have got to be asked. He's obviously losing a little bit of pace there in 7th spot. Looking through the spoiler at the headlights of Pace, because you can't see much else. Cars flashing behind, Pace in the tow, helping out, giving him a little bump. Is a Pace there, doesn't want to take him too soon up the straight. Still a fan of that BMW, says Jay Neal. It's Narcotic Hypnosis saying this track comes alive at night, in my opinion. Narcotic Hypnosis, especially with a race like this. Oh, there's a move, there's a move. Let's have a look. Pace up alongside Swift, but Swift still holding that position. Swift's got the inside line, and Swift maintains a position. SMP3 though ahead, really wounded with that damage, crawling nearly. Oh no, he hasn't got any damage. I thought he had damage. Has he been in? No, who had damage? Swift's come in for that damage, his damage. I'm going to have a run down here. Caddy is in first, Vulcan in second, 2.7 seconds behind these guys. Caddy doing an 8:02.2 on his first lap. Vulcan going faster with an 8:02.1. Viper an 8:06.2, losing them guys by about 5 seconds, but he's 10 seconds ahead of TS. TS is the one with the damage, and Robbo has caught him up in 5th place. Absolutely flying is Robbo today. So TSM deciding he's going to live with that damage, but he does have to deal with Robbo. It looks like he's keeping pace with Storm, but I think Storm could be fuel saving. And Robbo there in the Porsche, he's having a look. Red Bull are pleased. I want to have a little sip of Red Bull just in celebration of Robbo doing so well in the Red Bull liveried car. Vulcan is catching, says a narcotic. He is, isn't he? He's going a little bit faster, 3 seconds behind. Always going back up again now, though. So the battle between those two. Also, they've got to watch those fuel, though. Don't want to get caught out by some of the guys who are pacing themselves further back, like a Viper could possibly be. And then Robbo past TSM. TSM wounded, remember. He's got damage on the front of his car. Storm Pacer starting to come back at TSM now, 1.5 seconds behind him. He's pulling him in. Oh, movement there. Storm Pacer, where Pace getting ahead of Simp 3. Simp 3 Pro, 809 when he went across the line, and Pace up into 7th, 809.4 for Pace as well. Potterman Pot in 9th. We saw he had to come in and fix some damage. Now he's getting some purples. He's still daring it with those barriers. He doesn't care a hoot. He's all over the curves. Man alive, Potter, chill, man, chill. We're of the same clan here, dude. You know, the Big Lebowski. It's like, yeah, well, man, whatever. You know, you don't need to climb all over those barriers. You don't need to get onto those curbs, dude. Just chill, bro. Take it easy, man. You're like far out. Harry Potter fan, promise you. Luke Mitchell in 10th place, 19 seconds behind Potter right now, with Swift 2.5 seconds behind Luke Mitchell, pushing hard. He's just been in the pits to fix his issues. Come out in 11th, ahead of Dankert in 12th. Sorry, I've been neglecting these guys back here. Pebsy is 32 seconds behind Dankert, but he's only 1.2 seconds ahead of Rush. Rush did an 8:25 the last time around. I think they all did quite long laps because they had to go in and fix something. And these two, it looks like they're squaring up for a battle in the future. Jay Neal says narcotic hypnosis. I agree. Frankensaw says go Pacey. Narcotic hypnosis says Vulcan is catching. Narcotic hypnosis says the Porsche looks like it's finally woke up. Lol. Narcotic hypnosis saying I hope a Viper does well because he had a bad stint too with some poor luck, and I know he's a good guy behind the wheel. Jay Neal saying Caddy is one of the drivers that starts a race in his groove, but Vulcan has found his, so some excellent racing to come. Frankensaw also says looks like the Broom is struggling with Potter. Yes. Paul Nelson says come on Pepsi. Jay Neal says laugh my A off. Dark Smoker says Potter driving angry because of Gabby crashing into him. I think that's Caddy. We've got his name. We both got his name wrong, Smoker. So is that a diss? It's got to be, isn't it? He's 2.7 seconds. It's seesawing between him and Vulcan. Viper down there in 3rd. So Manos 1. Go THG. Narcotic hypnosis. Caddy only came up to pace after about 2.5 hours in stint 1. But it's good to see he found it because the guy is super quick. Dark Smoker said Cabby. Roadrunner Dan said Plebsy has practiced this track a lot. It isn't his strongest. There we go. Let's have a rundown. Oh, SBR. Lewis probably fuel saving. I'm sure he can take it to Caddy. Problem is, it's like trying to pass an angry donkey. Caddy, you are not getting love today, bro. Except for, I'll give Narcotic Hypnosis his dues. He has been sticking up for you. And 1 or 2 others have been sticking up for you. But bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when the stewards come for you? Bad boys. I'm with you, Caddy. I'm impartial. I'm the commentator. You entertain me, so it's all good. 2.8 seconds ahead of Vulcan. I do want to see you get beat, though, so I don't know what that means. It's mean, I know. Well, you know, because you've got your elbows out, you're fighting, and you're like, yeah, got that Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton sort of frame of mind. It's my piece of real estate, this road, get out of my way. And that is the winning sort of attitude, and that is why Schumacher and Hamilton are super winners, numerous champions. But, you know, You want the good guys to win sometimes. There, I saw flames again. It's always when I just cut to them. So let's have a rundown, because people are probably wondering who is where. So Caddy leading. Oh, there's loads of chat as well, so I have to keep looking at that. Red rundown. I'm sure he'll know the track by the end of the race. Paul Nelson says, you've got an awesome commentating voice. Good work. Thanks, dude. Nathan Bodenheimer, Dankert and Pebsy, I am here with you all night. Let's go. THG. Way. Franken Asori said, this is not Quidditch. The golden snitch is sleeping. And SBR. So you guys are really funny. You guys are gonna do. Caddy is fast, no doubt. Just mirrors don't work. There you go. So Caddy, he's getting loads of airtime, so it's working. Something's working. Caddy leading from Vulcan. Vulcan 2.8 seconds. They're maintaining that spot between each other. It'll be interesting when they cross the line to see how their lap times look. Viper there, sitting back, chilling nice. He's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel, similar to the guys in front of him, so maybe not fuel saving too much. TSM, he's still carrying that damage, and he's still there in fourth. Robbo, I thought, was attacking him, but Robbo slipped back a little bit, 1.3 seconds. And there's Storm Pacer. Storm Pacer is under attack from Pace. We saw Pace earlier attacking Simp 3 Pro, and now he's caught up. Oh dear, I left it in the rear view. Sorry, guys. Easy. Come on, there you go. And there you can see 3 cars, 2 cars in your view. Dan Robbo and Storm Pacer. Oh, this is tantalising. In the dark, you can't see anything. You can barely see the white lines on the sides of the road. And there they go. Isn't that a beautiful sight to behold? Unbelievable. Cracking stuff. So, in the chats, real racers don't need mirrors, says Frankensai. Noir says Corvette got a lot of legs on the straight against the BMW, but it... J. Neil says, took out the indicators as well. Weight is weight. Noir says, it'll be interesting to see how the BMW plays it out. Noir Antero says, low max weight reductions. And Frankensari says, go Pacey and make that Toyota go. So we were sat on board with Pace because he's caught right up. Oh, he's got past Dan, sorry. Well, I was reading your comments. We missed some racing action. You saw it, I didn't. Caddy leading. He got the fastest lap on lap 3. It looks like him and Vulcan are going to do a timeshare on the fastest lap. So Caddy leading the way by 5 seconds. Vulcan lost a little bit of time somewhere. He's lost a couple of seconds. Someone's nipped into the pits back there. Was it Dan? Dan. Oh, he picked himself up a little bit of damage there. Potter will be happy. Potter, did you put your name in the goblet? My God, man. Caddy lead. I'm going to do the run through, I promise. Honestly, I keep threatening to do it. We're 25 minutes into this race, and I don't even think I've made my way through the whole gang. Caddy leading. Vulcan in second. You know that. Viper's in third. I must have told you half a dozen times. TSM with that damage, still holding 4th place. Pace up into 5th after we see Dan Robbo going in with damage. In 6th is Storm Pacer. Storm Pacer, he's doing a lovely little race. 8:10 last time around. He has got Simp 3 Pro though, catching him up 6/10 behind, with Potter only 3/10 behind Simp 3 Pro in 8th place. In 9th place we have Luke Mitchell, 22 seconds behind those guys, who's ahead of Swift by 2 seconds. Dan Robbo coming out of the pits in 11th place. Behind him by 15 seconds we saw Danker. Did he just do a Dukes of Hazzard into the pit stops? It looked like he was jumping. He is a Yank, you never know. Good old boys. No, I don't think you say good old boys now. I think that's got like undertones that you're not allowed to, you know. Sorry. And there is Rush. So Pepsi getting up into 12th place. And rushed there in 13th, moving ahead of Dankert, who's gone in. He's got a bit of damage on the back of his car. Caddy still leading by 5 seconds to Vulcan. It's all kicking off. So last time we saw, Frankie saw in the chat, said go Pacey and make that Toyota go. Where was he? He's down in 12th, wasn't he? Yeah, he's up to 12, 51 seconds behind Dan Robbo. He's on the super softs, 3/4 of a tank of fuel. 8:13 was his fastest the last time around. Neil says, let's go pace. He's doing great. He moved up into 5th place, I think, after Dan's pit stop. You guys are just telling me who to look at, ain't you? Viper doing a pretty good job. Keep it up, said Mind August K. J. Neil said, sad what happened to Kale. I know, I was looking forward to seeing Kale. And I haven't seen either of my buddies, Kale or Psycho Sheep, Psycho Base. I keep getting pace. Don't know him. He's different. He's different from them. So, where are we? J. Neil, you're a wizard, Harry. J. Neil, I'm a what? J. Neil also, a wizard, Harry. Ah, I see. Ewan Taylor saying TSM driving around the damage, solid. Frankie sorry, say Kale went to the field of Kale. Roadrunner Dan said it's pleb C, not plebsy. Sorry, pleb C. Sorry, plebsy. That's what you call, like, that's what I call my kids. Into the void, J. Neil says. So, Caddy, 4.6 seconds, lost 4/10 on the Vulcan. The Vulcan starting to wind it up. Get that BMW moving. And Viper there in 3rd place in the Subaru. That's where I keep getting Subaru from. I knew there was a Subaru in that top 3. Not now, Roadrunner Dan. Be nice. Hey? Oh, pleb, like you are calling him a pleb. I thought I was saying it rudely, but no, you've changed what I was saying into something mean. But Pacey right there, he's looking at the back of TSN, and I believe TSN trying to drive around. A bit of damage there. Is that Juan? Someone told me his name's Juan, and I bet you his name's not Juan. I was calling him Juan all the way through. Juan, Juan. Nathan Bodahiner saying Pepsi's name is Paulie, if you prefer. Now, I like people's usernames. That's what they choose them for, isn't it? Paul, it's a joke between us. He's cool with it. See, plebsy. Any offence caused? It's Roadrunner Dan. You want to go PM in, not me. BMW is good on tyres, says J. Neil. Roadrunner Dan says he calls me a banana man. Banana man. I love Banana Man. Eric, who lived at something Antonian Lane. Oh, but every time he eats a banana, something strange happens. Banana Man was the coolest hero ever. Why haven't they made a super movie, hero movie about Banana Man? That's what I ask. So Potter up into 5th, I don't know, too busy reminiscing over old cartoons. And Potter, did you put your name in the goblet? Is up into 4th place. DMR really struggling with that front damage, and Pace got right mugged off there, wasn't it? It looked like I was sat on board Pace because he caught up with TSM, thinking he's going to make a move, and there was Potter McPot, shifty-eyed, a little scarred, specky wizard, just nipped it right up there. So Caddy is leading, but he's lost a second on Vulcan. Vulcan in a 2nd spot. We're 30 minutes into this race, 4 laps of 26. Oh, we're not doing 30 laps. I would have done the whole 4 hours, man. I feel shortchanged. I know I was 30 minutes late, but screw it. Let's run late. Let them dance into the night. It's the weekend. No one's going to the pub. Well, I don't know. South Africans and Americans might be going to the pubs. We're not. We're not allowed. So in the chat, he calls me Banana Man. Frankie Sowie says, go Pace, get that Viper tail. Roadrunner Dan says, I'll take the blame. Paul Nelson says, I'm breathing again now. Paul Nelson said, just realised, Roadrunner Dan, who you are. Roadrunner Dan said, almost 3 wide here in the dark. These lads have some balls. Roadrunner Dan said, hey Paul. CJW saying, a great recovery, Potter, after being smashed off again. I'm off to sleep. Good night, CJW. Paul Nelson, hey Dan. And there we see Caddy then leading from Vulcan. Vulcan 4.6 seconds behind. It's seesawing between the two of them. And Caddy has used a little bit more fuel than a Vulcan. He's not used his tyres about the same. They're on pace with each other. Viper, some 9 seconds behind these boys. He's got a lovely little clear space behind him. 17 seconds from Potter, but Potter will be trying to get that space as small as possible before the set of pit stops come in. He's got half a tank of fuel though. He is burning fuel a little bit more than Viper. TSM still running around with that damage, and Pace still sitting. I think Pace has decided to go into fuel save, and he's using TSM as a slipstream buddy. 8:11 last time round from TSM. Pace doing an 8:06.9. So peculiar. Oh no, he's going for the move now. He's pulled out of the slipstream. Here we see Pace moving himself up into 5th place, and there you can see TSM trying to get straight over and onto that toe. He needs that toe. He's got Storm Pacer there in 7th place, 1.6 seconds behind him. Storm Pacer, he's riding a steady race. He's driving a steady race. 8:12 second fast. Well, his first flying lap, but the second lap they did a rolling start, and 8:10 last time round. He's a second faster on this lap. Is TSM trying to come back at KLM Pace? It doesn't look like it, but he's there close enough. He's keeping tabs on the South African. So, and he's into the pits. Oh wow, it's cool. We drove into the pits then. That was semi-exciting. Got a little lazy lob on. Caddy then leading the way from Vulcan, and you know what? Go Potter, go MRC, go Tor, says Surfer EV. Frankensore, says Herman Putter. Nelson says, hey Dan. No, I got that one. So Caddy, he's still got the fastest lap so far in this race. Tyres looking good, fuel half filled. Vulcan there, close second, 5.3 seconds. Viper 10 seconds, not losing really any time on the guys ahead of him. He is 2 or 3 seconds slower a lap. And his fuel, he's not really saving much fuel, even though he's not on the pace of those guys. Potter up into 4th now. Yeah, of course he was. I saw that. I noticed that. He's doing 8:01, so he's some 5 seconds faster than the man he is chasing. 3 more laps, and he should be nipping past the Viper to take that 3rd spot. Pace up into 5th, finally getting past. Oh, Storm Pacer also. Oh, hang on. I think TSM has nipped into the pits to get that damage fixed. He kept it going. No, yes he has. There he goes. He's in the pits. He's come back out. He's on his out lap. He's come out in 11th, just behind Dan. I think him and Dan weren't far apart on the track. There's Dan after his damage, coming in, fixing, back out ahead. TSM is ahead of Pepsi, or Pleb. Oh, Pleb, because it's not Plebsy, it's Pepsi. Oh, right, yeah. Now, I get your Roadrunner Dan. Sorry, mate. Oh, dear. So, Pepsi, he's in 12th place. He's 55 seconds behind TSM. TSM's just pitted. I don't think Plebsy has had the pleasure yet. Plebsy, I said it. You did it, Roadrunner Dan. You got it in there, didn't you? You got it stuck in my head. Now, every time I'm going to go to him, I'm going to want to say Plebsy. So Danker in 13th, the THG guys keeping each other company. 20 seconds, rushed, has come into the pits. That is for damage. A wheel, a rear wheel, and his rear diffuser. So Caddy 5.3 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Vulcan 11 seconds now ahead of Viper. 13 seconds behind Viper is Potter in 4th place. He's 5 seconds ahead of Pace. It's nicely spaced out now. Storm is 3 seconds behind Pace and only 2.3 seconds ahead of SMP3 Pro. He did an 8:10.9 his last time around. Storm Pacer at 8:10.0. So Storm Pacer is a little bit faster than Simp3 Pro. Luke Mitchell there in 8th place, 8:04, 14.4 seconds behind the guy in front of him, but he's going a lot quicker, 6 seconds quicker that last time around for Luke Mitchell. And we saw Luke Mitchell in Stint 1 do an absolutely stunner. Absolutely, he came from nowhere. Oh, saw the flames again. Keep an eye out for those flames, they look so cool. CJ Review said, I'm off to bed, dude. Work at 6:30 on a Sunday. Man alive. Double bubble, I hope. Paul Nelson says, way. Frankensore says, you're a unit of power, Harry. I am a what? Ah, very good. JSC 87, you're an old man, Chris. You need the sleep. I know GRC as well. I think I've raced with him. Is that, oh, I can't remember. Can't remember your PSN, dude. I think he did come and race a couple of times. Paul Nelson, how to put a man off his driving, Mr. Commentator. Oh, you don't listen to me when you're driving. That should come with a warning. I'm a chim, my goodness, says J Neil. Surfer said evening jazz. JRC says, how's it going? Hey. And Ella Peebles, year 7, says 12th. Year 7? Oh, how cute. Ella. 12th, what's 12? Hang on. Pebsy's 12th. Ella, I'm sorry, you're year 7. Oh man, that has got to be some tough stuff. That's got to be tough. I imagine you hear Umbrella Song a lot by Rihanna. No, I'm old, so it could be Rihanna, but I think it's Rihanna. Oh, sorry, Ella. That's not fair to you in life. You want to have a word with your parents. So, is there a song you liked released a while back, 11 years ago, by Rihanna? Right, Roadrunner Dan says, I listen to you during GR2s and it's good to find out news on competitors. Paul Nelson, I mean you calling him plebsy. Yeah, well that was Roadrunner Dan's fault. Frank Insare said cement. Paul Nelson says Dan's fault. Yeah, see? That's what I said. Caddy is 5.3 seconds ahead of Vulcan. I'm back to the race now. I'm running down. I'm having a run down. We're 38 minutes into this race. We're on lap 5 of 26. Viper's still in that third, but it's only 10 seconds ahead of Potter. Potter doing another 8:01.9. The last time around of Viper, an 8:06. Oh my words. Oh my words. Viper, if he is doing a bit of fuel saving, he might want to just brake a little bit later. Change a little bit later. So Potter on an absolute mission there. He's got scores to settle from race 1. There's a man up front he wants to have a word with, driving quite a similar car to him. And Potter, god damn it, he's going to try his hardest. He's 29 seconds behind the lead, and that is the time he's looking at. I don't imagine he's even taking any notice of that 11.7 seconds that is from third. He's looking at that 29.3 seconds in red next to his name, and that is what he's racing against, I tell ye now. So Potter in 4th on a mission. Jack Ryan, we'll call him. Pace in 5th. He's doing an absolutely stonking job. He's fought his way up through from the back, remember? So his team, the Pace team, had a disconnect in Stint 3. Poor Kale couldn't get off the grid. I was watching him going round and round in circles. It looked ridiculous. I was embarrassed for the man, to tell you the truth. And then he quit out because it was pointless. So, yes, Pace starting from the back, and he's worked his way up into a 5th spot. So, fantastic race from Pace so far. And he hasn't broken a sweat. Look, 8:06, 8:07. Sure, he's got a few more seconds in him. Storm Pacer, also another one. Keeping it on the down low, keeping it chilled and consistent. 8:10.0 last time round, and look, he's in 6th place. Not the fastest man on track. Doesn't need to be in this race. You just need to stay away from the barriers, keep a consistent lap going, look after your tyres, look after your fuel, and you will find yourself in a beautiful position. There is Simp 3 Pro in 7th spot in the Dodge Viper. They didn't have such a great race, those two. I think 10th and 11th from first stint, if I remember rightly, the two Dodgers. But now look at them, 7th. Luke up into 8th. We know what Luke's like. He's sly, stealthy. He's gone into stealth mode in his car. He's done an 8:04.3 last time around. He's 9.5 seconds behind Simp 3 Pro. Simp 3 Pro doing an 8:10.9 the last time around. So Luke Mitchell 6 seconds faster on that lap. Only 9 seconds behind you. Do the math. That's only a lap and a half away from catching up with Simp 3 Pro. Swift there, 7 seconds behind Luke Mitchell. He's not doing as fast a time. Looks like he's having a little rest down the start straight. Maybe a little wee-wee. Draining the state, and he's back again. Boom! No, he's probably just rolling a fag or something. Maybe Potter lent him some of his Rizzlers. There, TSM, after he's fixed his car, also having a rest down the straight. What's the matter with these guys? You'd think they'd had, like, already raced a 4-hour stint, and this is their second 4-hour stint of the day. Like, they've been racing for 4 hours and 41 minutes. I mean, it's ridiculous. Fresh as a daisy, me. Get a Red Bull down, Lee. You'll be alright. There in 11th we have Dan. He is some only 2.1 seconds off of TSM. He did an 8:05.2 his last time around, and if we go and look at TSM, he did an 8:04.3, so slightly quicker than Robbo. Oh, they're just crossing the line. We can have a double check on that. So an 8:04 from TSM, and Dan doing an 8:10. Oh, not great lap there for Dan Robbo. He must have been doing a little bit of drifting again out there, showing off to the ladies in the crowd. Look at my Red Bull Porsche, look at me going sideways. So Dankert in 12th place, 1.5 minutes behind Dan Robbo at this point, 11 seconds ahead of Pepsi. Yes, 12 seconds behind Dankert is Pepsi, and he is 44 seconds ahead of Rushed. Rushed had he pitted, and that last lap, we saw him coming in, didn't we? We saw him. I think he'd had a bit of damage. He's got a loose car out there. Is that the Mazda? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I've driven one, but at the moment that thing looks like it's swaying around, like that suspension needs a little stiffen. Whoa! I think he's having a bit of a lag spike there. I just seemed to bounce up that curb. Go on, Rushed. Hats off to you for being out there, man. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. That's why I talk about it. So, all have to be hats off to you. Oh, someone. Hey, Frank, having a crack. Let's have a go. That's brilliant. Time to go home. Say, be it a right back, says Frank and sorry. Roadrunner Dan says sorry, Mrs. Peebles. Paul Nelson says tell him off. And Frank and sorry says he will tell you. Oh, that's the name that shouldn't be mentioned, shouldn't it? I can't remember where Volt. You've put Volsec, but I think you're going for Voldemort. Are you? Rushed then out of the pits. Pepsi is in the pits. Sorry, let me come onto there as he comes in. Oh, big damage there for Pepsi. Big damage. He's got 28 seconds, and I think I worked out from that first stint you lose about 30 seconds in the pit stop. So Pepsi having to go in that Toyota Supra to fix the damage on it. Caddy 8.3 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Viper 7 seconds now ahead of Potter. Potter doing the fastest lap on the last time around, 8:01.072. Viper doing an 8:06.88, another 5 seconds that Potter has taken out of that Subaru. Vulcan managing an 8:03.342, while Caddy is doing an 8:02.631. Caddy there, just under half a tank of fuel. We're 44 minutes into this race on lap 6, so what's that, lap 11 he may be pitting. Vulcan similar as well, again lap 12 or 11. I think we'll see them popping into the pits. Viper, oh, he's using up a little bit more fuel in that Subaru, 7.5 seconds ahead of the pot of Potman, and he's getting purples. Like I said, he's racing on that red number next to his name, not the number above his name. As long as he stays chilled, doesn't get angry, goes throwing it around, he'll be fine. Pace then in 5th place, 12.4 seconds behind Potter. He did an 8:06.738 the last time around. He's 6.1 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer, who is sitting in 6th place. He did an 8:08.875 the last time around. That's his fastest so far in this race. Have I given him one of them? Have we looked at his helmet? Storm, love your helmet. It's fantastic, shiny. I always feel like I've hit gold dust when I find a purple one, though. It's like Pokemon's. Got to catch them all. So SMP3 Pro is sitting in 7th place, 2.8 seconds behind Storm Pacer. He did an 8:09.572 the last time around, so he's a second slower on the last lap than Storm Pacer. Let's have a look. Oh, he's got a nice black one. In 8th then, Luke Mitchell. He's 7.1 seconds behind 7th place, some 7.9 seconds ahead of 9th. He's just done an 8:03.737. That's his fastest of the lap, just under half a tank of fuel as we're going around on lap 6. He's got a purple helmet. Luke, I can see your purple helmet. I'm having another look. Oh. How coarse. Love your purple helmet, Luke Mitchell. Nice. Swift then, he's nipping around, like I said already. He is 7.8 seconds behind Luke Mitchell in 8th. 9th place he is, and 10th is 7.2 seconds behind him. He has just done an 8:05.918, which I think is quicker than Luke, isn't it? Luke did an 8:03, no, so 2 seconds slower than Luke. And Swift's helmet, swirly red and green, like the racing car from Toys Cars 2. Francesco. TSM then in 10th place. We already said he was 7.3 seconds behind Swift, 7.2 seconds ahead of Dan Robbo, and he has got yes, intricate designs. Sometimes I think they're just the standard Gran Turismo helmet. I don't know, because I don't know what they look like. Oh, he's all over those curves. He hasn't learned from the damage he's had before. Remember, a couple of these. This end of the field are all the repair. Oh, Dan's got a bit of damage on the front there. He's got a nice dark red helmet. But he's carrying himself a little bit of damage there. He's 6 minutes through this lap, so a couple more minutes to carry if he's going to go into the pits. He's only just recently pitted. When was it? On lap 3. So you don't want to go into the pits too often. It really will lose you time. He's 1 minute 30 seconds ahead of Danker. So he has got time to come in and pit. Danker there in 12, 53 seconds ahead of Rushed getting ahead of Pepsi. We'll have a look in a minute. Danker, he's got a white and blue design upon his head. 13th, Rushed there. He was dead last for a while, but he's dragged himself up ahead of Pepsi by 12.7 seconds. Rushed. Ooh, yeah, Schumacher helmet. Well done. I love a good replica when I recognise it. And that I recognise. That's my era. That's when we used to have to watch ITV for F1, and all ITV did not know how to cover an F1 race, so we just watched Schumacher driving around on his own for an hour and 40 minutes. That was shocking. Everything I learnt from ITV. There you go, that's a great helmet. Pepsi. It's hard to do it without making it sound like Pepsi. So in the chat then, we're going to have a look at bad boy Caddy up ahead and try and catch us up where we are in the chats. The chat's going to slow down now, surely, because you're all going to go to bed. What are we? 11:30. We're doing this till 2 a.m. Frankensaw says, I think Potter's broom has got flames. He meant Potter. I said Potter though. I mean not Porter. Narcotic hypnosis. I've got to say, narcotic hypnosis has been invaluable today. He's been with every stint, adding in some great information for us all as feeding us commentators some gold dust out there. Caddy is 10 seconds ahead of Vulcan. How's Viper doing against Potter? Potter is on his way. He's just gone fastest of everyone with an 8-minute dead point 4.97. Where was I in the chats? Dark Smoker. Oh no, Narcotic Hypnosis saying Potter has spotted the golden snitch. Dark Smoker says, come on Potter, you got this bro. Frankensori says, I think Ginny has woken up. Narcotic Hypnosis says, at the moment, I think Luke drops to 3rd overall, Vulcan takes the lead, and Caddy 2nd. Interesting. Frankensori said, time to impress with his broom. Dark Smoker saying, when F1 was F1. When ITV just watched Schumacher driving around. But yeah, the cars were so much more beautiful. And Frankensori said, agreed. In all fairness. And Flames, did you see Flames? Oh, sorry, I was reading comments. Gutted. Potter, you're on fire, man. Spark it up, pass the skins, we'll all join in. Yeah, when you see flames coming out of Potter's car, that's a totally different thing. Don't think for 1 second that's exhaust fume. So Caddy 10 seconds in the lead, an 8:03.403 the last time around from him. 2nd place for Vulcan, 8:07.3 for Vulcan, losing a bit of time there. Are we thinking that he is going into a full fuel save? He has got a little more fuel than Caddy. Like I said, it's about 30 seconds a pit stop. If he can maintain within 30 seconds of Caddy, And Caddy pits before him, or a few laps. It doesn't make no difference. You've still got to pit, haven't you? So Viper then 12.3 seconds behind Vulcan. Viper doing an 8:05.6 last time around, so he's a little bit faster than Vulcan, but that does look like an irregular lap. I think Vulcan must have made a mistake because he was doing 8:03s and 8:02s before that. There is a Viper 8:05, 8:06, 8:06 and an 8:05.1, his fastest, but Potter now is down to 2 seconds, but remember it was 29 seconds away from the lead, and more importantly he's got that down to 24 seconds. Hey, that man, he's only got one intention today, has Potter McPot, and it doesn't involve second or third. Not for 1 second. That man is thinking of second and third right now. I promise you. 52 minutes into this race, 26 laps. I'm not sure how we should be finishing about 2. And some poor soul will be kicking off. It looks like a big thank you as well to Rotary or something like that. He's hosting. Because he seems to be the only man who can grab a stable room at the moment. He's probably shot off to bed. So, Dark Smoker, when F1 was F1, Frank and Sori said agreed. SPR Sim Racing said flames. Surfer said smoke. SPR Sim Racing said big flames. Frankie Sori said that's not a broom, it's a Nimbus 2000. Dark Smoker said, Surfer, where you been? I've been here all day. And Dark Smoker also saying 35 watchers but only 5 likes. Come on Peach, yeah, give me a like. Not that bad. I try to be impressionable. Been paddling and stuff in it, bruv, Surfer says. Great stuff. Right, I'm going to close that down and see how many likes we've got. Cos, my man Dark Smoker, giving me some great tips of the trade, telling me how to refresh it up. I like a brother. There we go. 8 likes. Come on guys, like me before you go to bed. Like me. Caddy there, 9 seconds in the lead of Vulcan. So Vulcan pulling out a little bit in this lap, and Caddy are losing a bit. I've got new followers. Wrecked Paul, thank you, Wrecked Paul. There Vulcan, he's pulled in a second on Caddy. A Viper there, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Potter McPot has caught up the Subaru of Viper. Whoa, 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 Potter. Chill the F out, dude. Keep the hindy of your Chevy under control, please. You're making us all a little bit jittery out here in the world of YouTube. Wow, what a battle we've got going on here then. Potter absolutely burning it. He does not want to lose time behind Viper. You know he's doing 8-minute laps, and we've seen some amazing laps. In Stint 1, I think I saw a 7:58, late 7:58, I think a 58.6, but I'm sure we've seen a 57 in one of the stints. Absolutely shocking time. Amazing stuff. Dark Smoker says, go Potter. And he is going. Absolutely flying. Having a look around then. So pace still in that 5th place, 20 seconds behind Potter, 8.8 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer. Storm Pacer there in 6th place, ahead of Simp 3 Pro in 7th. In 8th, Luke Mitchell. He's doing some great lap times. He's only 3.2 seconds behind Simp 3 Pro. He is on the move. We will keep an eye on him, coming back and looking at him later. Swift also doing some good times. He's in 9th place. In 10th place we have TSM. In 11th, we've got Dan Robbo. He didn't go in and fix that car. He stayed out there. He's lost 21 seconds to 10th place. Dark Smoker still 1.5. Dark Smoker, Danker, sorry. Dark Smoker's in the chat. He's 1.5 seconds. I've got Dark Smoker on my mind now. I've got such a man crush. Rushed for 57 seconds now. Just a lot of respect for what he does. All right. It's very hetero. Pebsy is 5 seconds behind Rushed, and we were looking for that battle there. Oh, McPotter losing a bit of time, have you? Oh, I quickly rushed through that thinking you were only 6/10 behind him. I wanted to get back for the battle, but you seem to have lost a little bit of time. No damage though, that is the main thing. Vulcan, he's got it down to 8.8 seconds now. Vulcan, I think, to hell with fuel saving, he says. He has dropped the hammer. Caddy, is he struggling with a bit of tyre wear? It's similar. He's got 1/4 of a tank of fuel on board that Chevy, the Batmobile. And Viper there, maintaining 1.6 seconds ahead of Potter. Potter must have made a small mistake. We saw that back end get very loud and leery. Potter's going to need to come into the pits also. I think we're going to see, oh, Potter's going to, there, Vulcan dropping into the pits. New tyres time, I think he thinks. Caddy carrying on. There is Viper. He also is he hasn't quite got to the pit entrance yet. And he has opted to carry on. I think Potter's going to stop. And there you go. It's not really hard, is it? His fuel's virtually out. Pace there. He's still got some laps left in that Lexus, sorry. The Pace team are running the Lexus this evening. You can't see a single livery, can you? But those brakes, those brake discs glowing is totally worth not seeing super liveries. So Vulcan and Potter still in the pits, moving Pace up into third spot with his super softs. Look at the logistical nightmare racing team, their drivers. I think it's their first lesson when they join that team is how to make tyres last forever. I think they have a shortage of tyres in South Africa, so they look after their tyres very well. Simp 3 Pro has moved up into 5th place, but in the meantime, Storm Pacer has caught him up. See Simp 3 Pro's Dodge there, dancing all over the moonlight, while Storm Pacer trying to cut down that length or distance between those guys. We're 58 minutes into this race, now going deep into the night with the smooth sounds of Sade. Oh, I can't remember a single Sade song now. Hang on. No, I'll be there all night thinking I don't care that much. With the smooth, I can't say Phil Collins because that's a bit too poppy, isn't it? You need one of those people. Going into the night with Smooth FM. You're listening to me, Thingamajig, taking you late into the night. Later on we will have a phone in about what to do with that little bit of thread left at the end of your cotton reel. I'll be giving you some great tips on how to cross stitch. And we'll be listening to some Sade and Phil Collins. Please get comfortable. And I've got a funny story about a dog. So GTAS Caddy is leading the way. He's 24 seconds because obviously we saw a Viper who went into the pits. Whoa. Oh, Potter went into the pits, sorry. He came back out in 7th. I got carried away again. I'm sorry. So it was Vulcan also going into the pits. He didn't do bad, did he? Come out in 3rd. Came out in 3rd, ahead of Pace in 4th spot. I really went off the track then. I got a bit carried away. Smooth Operator, that's it. Smooth Operator. I used to always remember being a kid and liking her, and not liking Sade or the song, but I'm sure you could see through her top in one of the, it might have been her Live Aid appearance. I just remember being young thinking I can see her nipples. She's famous and I can see her nipples. So Caddy, Viper, then Vulcan already pitting though, pulling the trigger early. Is that going to force Caddy into a strategical move, or is he going to stick till that fuel has gone? Viper in 2nd place, some 24 seconds behind him, and Vulcan obviously in 3rd. Pace moving around quite swiftly in 4th place. Did NATO 7.8 the last time around. Simp 3 Pro in 5th. I've lost all the viewers now because they've gone to type in Sade YouTube. Hang on, this lot of chat suddenly happened. I mentioned nipples and it goes crazy, you know what I mean? Narcotic Hypnosis, Flo ran a 57.6, I think, in Stint 2. That was it, that was the 50s, that was an amazing lap time. Jay Neal said, Potter can then time it right. Come on, dude, push. Dark Smoker said, Potter and Philo from Stint 2 are ridiculously quick. Jay Neal said, how is Pace getting on? He's doing alright, he's in 4th place. He's doing 2:08:07. Oh, hang on. Yes, we've got Storm. Oh, we've got a 3-way battle here. Potter catching up these two ahead of him. And he's going for an early move. Going for an early move on the BMW of Storm Pacer. He doesn't need to be slowed down. Like I said, he's racing that red number next to his name, not the number above his name, I believe. He has no interest in these little people on the road in front of him. He's got the blinkers on, and there's only one car out there with a target on the back of it that he needs to... Whoa, look at that, he's just trying to make room. And there's no room to overtake at Nürburgring. No, not unless you're Potter and you say, sod you, I'm coming through. You can try and drive over and protect your line, but I'm already there, bro. So Storm Pacer down into 7th place, while Potter moving up into 6th. He's only 10ths behind Simp Pro. So he's going to be having a go at him as well. Look at this, right at the lovely camera angle. I should press H more often. I usually stick it into the closed-in camera angle. So an hour and two into this race, all side by side. They look like they had a little bump, a little love bounce. And Sim 3 Pro has now succumbed to Potter. Remember, he has pitted. He's put fresher tyres on. He's got a bit of a heavier car, but he is absolutely on the push right now. Dark Smoker, he's loving this from Potter. Philo, I've been here all day. Narcotic Hypnosis before that says, has Vulcan pitted? He did pit. He pitted at the same time as Potter. Potter came out in, what, 7th, and Vulcan came out in 3rd. Viper hasn't pitted. Viper and Caddy staying out there for a bit longer. Viper's fuel is quite low, 25 seconds behind Caddy. Caddy doing an 8:05 the last time around. I think he's easing off now. I think he's doing a bit of fuel save, trying to make the car go a little bit further. They've made it last an hour so far into this race. We're going to fall just short of 4 hours. Vulcan in 3rd place, 7.2 seconds ahead of Pace. Pace now, his fuel is flashing. It's a flashing. He's going to have to stop. And Potter only 11.9 seconds behind him. That time going up, so I don't know if Potter just made a slight mistake on his outlap. Look at that, on his outlap, and he's overtaken Simp 3 Pro. He's not carrying any damage. He's got just under a quarter of a tank of fuel in a great 6th spot in that Dodge Viper. Storm Pacer there in 7th place in the Jag. BMW bugger. I'm getting there, I'm learning. 8th place for Swift, he's in the Jag, of course. It's Swift that's in the Jag, and TSM all over the back. We're missing this race, I say. So let us get in the car and let's have a look. Sitting on board with TSM in 9th place, only a 10th behind Swift. Swift under a bit of pressure right now, an 8:03.735 the last time around for TSM in his Dodge. Luke is in 10th spot, 21 seconds behind TSM, and he's ahead of Dan Robbo, who's in 11th place. That Porsche not had much luck today. We saw Dan Robbo getting up to about 5th place, but then we saw he had damage, had to make an early pit stop, drop down into 11th. Groot's not been having a great time with it either. 2nd place has just popped into the pits. Low fuel, we spotted that. Caddy stretching it out. He's doing 8:05s, 8:04s recently. Vulcan then retaking a 2nd spot, 40 seconds behind Caddy in his BMW. Pace also coming in. We saw his fuel was low, so Potter should get up into a podium position. It's around 30 seconds for a lap, so yeah, Vulcan was 10 seconds behind Caddy. It's about the same. Potter McPot moving up into a podium position, 8:01.250, but that was his outlap, so we can't really rush that. So Storm Pacer moving up into 4th place. There's Viper coming out onto the track. He's ahead of TSM. Simp 3 Pro going in. Swift also going in, and Pace still in. Pace topping that car right up, or going for a wee. Topping the car right up. There you go. So Pace coming out in 7th, ahead of Luke Mitchell. Yes, Luke Mitchell still carrying on. Load up Sim 3 Pro and Swift still in the pit. Swift now getting away. Where does that put Robbie? He's a little bit too far back. He's nearly 2 minutes back from the Jaguar of Swift. So in the chat, what are we missing? Dark Smoker says evening Philo. Oh, Philo, come on Storm, come on Potter. Dark Smoker saying evening Philo. Philo saying the ASMR section was great. Philo also saying evening. I can't keep away from the race. I know I couldn't. I was saying that earlier. I did the comms. Oh my God, Dan Robbo really wrecking his car. Did you guys just see? Oh, he's just come out the pits as well. Oh my, that is bad luck. And when he's near the end of the lap, he's got to come in. He's flashing. He's angry. He's not happy with that Porsche. It's a delicate little thing, isn't it? Oh my, you must have seen that guy, surely. He didn't have damage when I came to him. He's flashing away out of anger. And Swift, he's not going to see it. He's 2 minutes down the road. Dan Robbo, not having the best. Yes, so Philo saying evening. I can't keep. Yeah, I was saying that. I commentated Stint 1 and ended up watching the whole of Stint 2, some of Stint 3, and there I'm back for Stint 4. And I should go to bed after this. And you know I'm just going to end up starting to watch Stint 5. But that Jerry B, he's got a great way of commentating. He's very knowledgeable. He tells you a lot more than what I can tell you. I was getting frustrated with Paris because he wasn't going beyond 8th a couple of times. He did near the end, but I was just, I want to see who's down there. I need to write it down for the bloody grid. So, here we go. Dark Smoker as Vulcan pitted. Yes, I said that. Yeah, says Dark Smoker. Dark Smoker, Philo, I've been here all day. Philo said, lol, I've tried to keep away for the rest of my stint. Dark Smoker says, I comms over Potter and Philo in the MRC team, Olive Racing League. It's great. Anyone out there watching, get on Dark Smoker GT Sport. He's in the chat. Like and subscribe. Watch his stuff. I do. It's great. He's got a great way of commentating. He's fantastic. Can't big him up enough. I'd say he's the reason I do it. I think I watched a couple of his and thought that is so cool. It makes it sound like an art form. He really does. So Narcotic Hypnosis saying I've been here since green flag. LMAO, laugh my A off. The only other thing I've done today is tidy my room. Well, at least that's something. Dark Smoker saying I've played some Elite Dangerous and put up a mirror, but still been here since lights out. Pendragon says, what is Viper driving? Viper, he's driving a Subaru. I know, I thought it would be a Dodge Viper as well, but no, he's driving the Subaru WRX Group 3 car, and he's only 9/10 ahead of Storm Pacer. I don't think Storm Pacer's pitted though. His fuel is red, like Caddy, so there is a few out there ready for their pits. Narcotic Hypnosis says Subaru, ironically. Oh, someone already answered him. Pendragon saying any close races on now. I'm going to have a look through in a minute. Oh, and it's Philo, not Philo. Haha. Cheers, bro. So yeah, look, let's have a look. Caddy is 36. Is that 36? Yeah, 36 seconds ahead of a Vulcan, who has pitted. So I think he's a net 6 seconds behind Caddy right now. He was 39, it's up to 37. He was 10 seconds behind him before his pit stop. So he may have pulled him in a little bit depending on Caddy's pit stop. Potter is up to third with 3/4 of a tank of fuel. He is 9 seconds ahead of Viper. Viper is 2 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer, but Storm Pacer will be coming into the pits very soon. In 6th we have TSM, and he is 16.5 seconds ahead of Pace, who has recently pitted. He's back out there again. He was doing a nice steady pace, and he got himself up to third before his pit stop, so it'll be interesting to see where he shakes out at the end of 26 laps. We're 9 laps in. Luke Mitchell there in 8th place. I think he damaged his car quite early and had to pit, and he's been slowly trying to make his way through the field, very similar to his Stint 1. There is a Sim 3 Pro in 9th place. He is 6.2 seconds behind Luke and only 2.1 seconds ahead of Swift. Swift doing he's on an outlap. He's just put some lovely sticky super soft tyres on, 3/4 of a tank of fuel, and well, it's all similar there as well. We saw them two pitting together, didn't we, actually? There is Dankert in 11th place. The American, 3 minutes 24 seconds down on the lead at the moment, 32.5 seconds ahead of Dan Robbo, who we saw wrecked almost every single part of that Porsche. So he's had to come in and look at the time. He'd only just pitted, so already losing around about 30-40 seconds with the pit stop, and now losing another minute and a half trying to pit, get round with damage and pit. It's put him down into 30 seconds behind Dankert. Pebsy is in 13th, 17.3 seconds behind Robbo, and 19.8 seconds ahead of Rush. So at the moment there's not exactly close racing, I'd say. That's probably the closest. Storm on Viper, 3.5 seconds, but Storm did an 8:12. His last time around, he's got to come into the pits. He's trying to eke that fuel out. Viper just coming into the pits, putting some brand new super soft sticky tyres on, and he is on his way to try and cut that 10 seconds down from Potter in front of him. Potter, fuel is not really that much difference. Potter getting another fastest lap on lap 6. This is a cracking race. And when is Caddy gonna pit? His fuel's down. He's just coming near to the end of the lap. This is where we'll see him jumping into the pit lane, and there he goes. Yes, he's in. Now, Vulcan, 34.7 seconds behind. We're saying it takes around about 30 seconds to have a pit stop. They should only be 4 seconds apart. Potter also continuing on, 20 seconds behind Vulcan. Viper, 11.1 seconds behind Potter. There he goes. He's only just getting to his pit box. They're changing the tyres. Vulcan pushing as hard as he can. He's getting close to the end of the lap. The tyres are on. The fuel's going in. He's not going to come... Well, he's going to come out ahead of Vulcan, I assume. He's still not moving, though. He's still not moving. Race against Dimension on the side of his car and bonnet. That's why we're here. I told you the money earlier, and I'll have another look in a bit. So Vulcan did take the lead at 3.2 seconds ahead of Caddy. Caddy filling her right up, putting some super softs on. He'll be hunting down that Vulcan pretty soon. So in the chat, Dark Smoker said, ha ha ha, Philo, full, no different. I thought that. So it is Philo or Philo. Dark Smoker GT Sport says, Purple Potter. He is, isn't he? Is he? Oh, he's purple again. 8 minutes, 0.1. That last time around, he's absolutely on a push there. I'm telling you who he's racing, and it ain't, well, it is Caddy, and he's only 15.3 seconds behind him. He must be bouncing in that car. Storm Pacer, we saw he was going to need a pit pretty soon, and there he goes. He's pulled the trigger on that one. Luke Mitchell moving up into 7th spot. Luke Mitchell on his slow climb back through the field. Looks like Swift and Simp 3 Pro are coming through side by side. They both want to get past Storm Pacer that much. They're doing it side by side. There you go. And Swift moving up into 8th place in his Jaguar, on his Shaguar, going ahead of the Dodge of SMP3 Pro in his Dodge. I think it's the orange one. Yeah, he's in the orange one, and I think TM is in the yellow one. 10th place. We've seen Storm Pacer. He's just come into the pits, absolutely chugged right up, put some racing softs on. He's on his out lap now, and he's in 10th place, 9.7 seconds behind Simp Pro, who we think has just pitted himself not long ago. Yeah, he's just starting his flying lap after his out lap. 11th Dankert, 2 minutes 22 seconds behind Storm Pacer, 29 seconds ahead of Rob. Dankert last time round an 8:16.390. Rob, oh, he had that really long one, didn't he? Still on his out lap, so it's hard to say. He's 29 seconds though. He'll be pushing it hard to get ahead of Dankert. Pebsy also 13th, 17.5 seconds behind Robbo, and 50 seconds ahead of Rushed. Rush there in the Mazda. Is that Whiskey Bandits? I think they're driving the I moved my controller and then things got weird. We're 1 hour 16 into this race. Lap 10. Vulcan leading the way. He's just done his fastest lap with an 8:09:01. Half a tank of fuel on those super soft tyres. Ahead of Caddy by 2.7 seconds. Caddy 15.3 seconds ahead of Potter. Potter absolutely pushing at the moment. And he wants to get that car. I think that one of his teammates has finished with a win on that. So he's got some time in hand. I know Narcotic Hypnosis was saying in the chat their true positions. And Noir saying, Philo. Philo doesn't like the way people say his name. They'd rather he say Philo rather than Philo. Or Phil-O. Oh dear, Pendragon saying sparks everywhere. This is awesome racing. It is lovely in the dark, isn't it? There we see the Vulcan in BMW M6 absolutely stonking. 8:09:01. Nipping around, doing an absolutely grand job. 3.2 seconds ahead of Caddy. Caddy losing a little bit of time on his out lap. I like his helmet though, it's nice. Potter McPot there in third place. Purple lap after purple lap for the Wizard. He's wasting no time out there. 17.8 seconds behind the lead and 14.4 seconds away from his nemesis. Don't know if I want to get the crowd all mooched up and say, oh look, Caddy's using his auto steer or whatever it's called, counter steer. Everyone got all excited. Oh no, so's Potter. So although Potter's just looks like it's an alarm, just on every now and again. I've never used it. I don't know. I didn't even know what it really did, to tell you the truth. There is our Viper in position 4. Nice helmet, Viper. That's lovely. I like that. So a Viper, the American, driving a Subaru. I think. Yes, thank God. My memory is that short though. I could have forgotten that in that small space of time. I promise you. TSM, look at him in 5th place. Look at you, TSM. Absolutely, in your Dodge Viper. Thank you, sir. 15.8 seconds ahead of pace. Okay, I'll take that. Beautiful stuff in the Dodge Viper. The tyres are looking a little old. It's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. So pit stops and mines have placed him a little higher. But why not? Whoa. Bang, bang. KLM pace out there with his Senna-esque helmet, looking absolutely $1 million. Mint, mate, you mint. So KLM in 6th place, 3.2 seconds ahead of Luke Mitchell. You can see Luke. Wow, I saw the flames, I saw the flames. Beautiful. Just gives you tingles, man. Just gives you great tingles. So pace moving along. 3.1 seconds ahead of Luke Mitchell. He did an 8:04 for his outlap, and he's lost it. He's lost it. Oh no! Oh no! It's a big one. He's bashed the back. He's bashed the back. Oh, poor Pace. The last thing that the Pace team need right now, after a DNF in Stint 3, is to have a huge off. So Luke Mitchell moving up into another position, and now Pace with damage on the back has got Swift swiftly coming up to the rear end of his... What are they driving? They're not driving Subarus. I'm not sure. Lexus. They're driving the Lexus. Did someone type that? Or did I guess it in time? Pace is lucky not to get more damage. I suppose so. It looked like he was spinning every corner. He was going to get a bash. And now sat on board Swift. Right up. Oh, so yeah, I think I read something about the Amigos. They were having lobby issues like we've been having. I think it's just GT Sport across the board. There you go. It's closed right up as Swift in his Jaguar, the Shag, on the move. Yeah, baby, yeah. Whoa, these guys, they're brave. They are so brave. Whoa, he's in the wake of Pace. Pace's back rear is hanging off, scraping it along with him. And Luke moving up into 6th place. Look at Luke moving on up, moving on now. Don't worry, you're getting it good. You're at least getting normal songs I'm singing. I'm pretty sure when I was doing comms for my own club, I was singing all the different connotations of Popeye the Sailor Man, because the tune was in my head and I couldn't get rid of it. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man, I live in a caravan. Think I'll put a hole in the middle so I can do a piddle. Popeye the Sailor Man. And there you go, Swift pulling out of the toe and making his Jaguar 7th. Pace moving down to 8th. What will he do with that damage? Vulcan still leading. We'll have a quick look. Vulcan 3.7 seconds ahead of Caddy. He's getting purples. Caddy there. Caddy did an 8-minute for his outlap. He's also getting purples. Potter back up into 3rd, 14.2 seconds behind Caddy. Viper there in 4th, seems to have lost that position to Potter now, after the pit stops have all shaken out. TSM having a blinder there, up into 5th for Deadman's Racing. I bet they could not believe this. The team, I don't think had high expectations. I think they thought they were just here to participate, and look at them, 5th place. Beautiful stuff in that yellow Dodge, looking splendid in the evening hue of Nürburgring here in Germany. So I'm Not Jimmy saying it's basically a cheat, making the car stick to the track better. Oh, that's that counter steer thing. Roadrunner Dan, Pace is lucky not to get more damage. We saw that one, yes. Pendragon saying, yeah, it could have been so much worse. Pendragon also saying, in ACC, the Lexus is a beast in the rain. So TSM, absolutely fantastic job. An 806.0 the last time around. He's 5.6 seconds behind Viper in 4th place. There we look, 805.9 from Viper. He's a little bit slower than Viper is TSM. He's got quarter of a tank of fuel, and yeah, Viper's got loads of fuel. He's going for a while there. Luke Mitchell, 18 seconds, 18 and a half seconds down the road. He did an 803 his last time around. An 806, 3 seconds a lap faster. It'll take him a while, 4 laps or so, if the paces are kept at the same. But don't forget, TSM, I believe, is going to go. Did he just knock a wall? No, must have just been a little bit of lag. I thought, oh god, don't hit a wall, you'll get damage. Swift then in, oh, yeah, he's in 7th. He got ahead of Sim 3 Pro, didn't he? That's who we saw him getting ahead of. 6 seconds ahead of him now. No, Pace has dropped down again. Pace has dropped down behind Sim. He's been in, that's it, cool. He went in, he fixed everything. I thought he was going to be driving around for a while. I thought we were going to see him with his rear end all red and flashing. Storm Pacer there in 10th place after his pit stop. 2 minutes off the lead, 2 minutes 10 seconds should I say off the lead. 1 minute 33 seconds ahead of Danker in 11th, the American, doing a 8:19. He's doing steady 8:19s. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. It looks like he pitted on lap 3, so he's gone for a long stint this time. Dan Robbo. Oh, more damage, Dan. More damage, bruv. An 8:10.4 the last time around. He only just pitted to fix it. 8:20 at pace. It's going to be a struggle to get anywhere on with 20 seconds down on the other guys. Pebsy in 13th. He's just posted an 8:12.6. He's 10 seconds behind Dan. If you crack at it, Pebsy, you're going to catch up Dan. Dan is struggling with damage, and he's decided not to pit. Yeah, no, he's carried on around. So he's going to live with that damage. He doesn't want to pit again. So Pebsy, pull your finger out, me old China, and you might find yourself a little Porsche in your way soon. And Rush there in 14th, 2 minutes 22 seconds down. Is he in the Mazda for the Whiskey Bandits? There he goes. Ooh, struggling to stay on the track there. Oh well, he's broke everything on that car, hasn't he? You've missed a wheel. You've missed a corner, a suspension arm. crack that other corner. In the chat then, Pendragon, sparks everywhere, we saw that. Pace is lucky, we saw that. Here we go, Pendragon, I wonder if there was an option for a wet stint. Would it have been added? I bet you it wouldn't have done, Paul Nelson. Come on, Pepsi GT. Yes, well, he's got every opportunity. He's got a very slow Robbo in front of him. Robbo managing an 8.20 last time around. He did not pit. He's continued with that damage. And that car, back end of it, must be feeling absolutely awful. It must be like when a dog's got worms and you see it dragging itself around in the mud. So Vulcan 3.4 seconds ahead of Caddy. He did an 8:01.9 the last time around. Caddy doing an 8-minute dead 0.235, 3.4 seconds behind Vulcan, though it doesn't look like he's really pulled much time in, even though he's gone faster lap time wise. Potter 8 minutes 0.871. He's 13.1 seconds. He's pulled in about a second on Caddy, so I think Caddy might have made a small mistake this lap, but everything looks intact on that car. Half a tank of fuel for Vulcan. Caddy in second, Potter there sitting in third place, and Viper in fourth. He's 6.5 seconds ahead of TSM. TSM less than a quarter of a tank of fuel. Did an 8:060 the last time around. Viper did an 8:059. Their lap times very close together. Their lap times. There is Luke, Jammy Luke the Jamster Mitchell, coming up through the fields. Well, I say jammy. He's not damaging his car while people in front of him are. So grabbing himself a podium in stint 1. I didn't notice where his teammates came. Luke's teammates are... Oh, Tayachi. He did really well in stint 2. Did Tayachi. Scuderia finished in 7th in stint 3. So the Subaru of the MMR team, Mature Racers. I don't know. I wrote down their team names somewhere when I was doing all my homework. No, I didn't. And if I did write it down, I've lost it now. So, MMR. Where did I write all that stuff down? Why am I asking you? How would you lot know? And why would you care? I'm not Jimmy. Says he thinks. Hang on, Paul Nelson says, come on, Pepsi. I'm not Jimmy. Said he could do 2 more tyres. I think he's winning so far. Yeah. That's about that damage we saw on, was it Pepsi's car? No, rushed. Oh, he's gone in and fixed it now. Why did you fix it? Roaster saying Luke races for Race Square. Ah, what's MMR start for then? Vulcan leading the way, an 8:01. I was getting a bit ahead of myself there. 8:01.8 on lap 12. Not quite halfway through. Next lap is the halfway point. Hour and a half into this race. Caddy 3.3 seconds behind Vulcan. Potter is stopping. Potter's had a bit of damage. Potter. Oh, Potter. So Viper then in 4th, 21 seconds behind Potter. Potter's coming in. I think it's an enforced pit stop due to damage. Viper then taking back his 3rd spot. Potter dropping down the order. TSM, he wasn't that far behind. Viper, he's moving up into 4th place. Potter getting that car fixed. No fuel, now he's getting it fixed. It's got dark smoker all over the front of it. There is Swift in 6th, too far back to do anything about Potter, and Potter is back out in 5th place, 49 seconds behind the leader. Come on, Potter. I am unbiased, I don't care. He finishes where he finishes, but, you know, I do like a trier. So, Vulcan, 3 seconds ahead of Caddy. He's getting purples, he needs purples. Caddy now, pressure is off. He hasn't got Potter catching him up like he had, and now Viper retakes his 3rd spot. Vulcan did fantastic, didn't he, to take the lead, really. He was 10 seconds behind Caddy. He pitted early, and I think that early stop, getting him onto some fresh rubber, really helped him manage to get some laps in to overthrow Caddy. The Caddy's last few laps before his pits, he was in the like 804s and 805s, where he'd been in the low 801s. Before that, I think he went into a fuel save stage, and that gave Vulcan, just after his pit stop, the opportunity to jump him by a couple of seconds, and it stayed, the status quo has stayed since the pit stop. So absolutely great job for Vulcan. Caddy all for it to do. He's staying calm though, he's not pushing, he's not getting ragged, staying between the white lines, keeping that car wholesome and together. In third, Viper, the American, doing an absolutely super job. 804.2, so you don't have to be the fastest guy in these long races. I was going to say arse. I'm going to say arse. What the hell? Long arse races. It's past the watershed, isn't it, really? And you should have heard the commentator before me. He said like 4 of the real bad swear words all in one sentence because he was pretending to be Groot. And there was a lot of bad language just in that one sentence, because Groot is a potty mouth. Groot, sort your potty mouth out. Your commentators are picking up on it. So, Roadrunner Dan saying Luke races for you, Dark Smoker, Philo, and Potter are MRC, Mature Racers Club. I know MRC is Mature Racers Club, I didn't know what MRR was. Roadrunner Dan saying MMR is Mickey Mouse Racing. Awesome, and I'm taking that as word. So, another one on Roadrunner Dan out there for you, Plebsy. It's all Roadrunner Dan's fault. And MMR, you might want to take something up with Roadrunner Dan. You'll find him at Amigos Racing Team. Vulcan then 2.6 seconds. Caddy slowly chipping away at that time. So Viper 35 seconds behind those guys. They could pit and get out just ahead of him. TSM, unbelievable for Dead Man Racing. Oh, see, in the daylight I could see he needs a fuel stop though. Potter, we saw just pit in. He's come out in a 5th. He's going to have the grip between his teeth. 49 seconds. Remember, he's racing that red number. There is Swift in a 6th place. 804.502, his fastest the last time around, 10 seconds ahead of SMP3 Pro. Did an 808, I think he's in a fuel save mode. There is Pace on a comeback. We saw him having it was more than a 360. He spun around a few times and only just did a little bit of damage to the back of his car. He was very lucky, lost a few places though and had to pit. Luke Mitchell is down in 9th. Hopefully that's a pit stop. Yes. It's a long pit stop, a 908. What are other people's? 847. So I do worry Luke Mitchell may have caught some damage and taken a while to get back to the pits, because a 908.7 is quite long for a pit stop. He's 10 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer. Storm Pacer having a tidy race, keeping his head down, trying to do some nice consistent lap times. There is Pebsy. He's lost it for the Humble Racing guys. And there we see his teammate going past just after his pit stops, up into 11th place then for Dankert. He's 2 minutes behind Storm Pacer. And there Pebsy, quarter of a tank of fuel. And a loose back end on that Toyota, innit? Dan Robbo, oh, he's been in and fixed that car. Poor Dan Robbo. Although, in all fairness, Dan, if you're ever watching this back, I saw you drifting. You've only got yourself to blame. I saw you sliding through the corners. I'm like Billy Big Balls. Look at me. Oh, look at my drift. There is a rushed in a 14th, 3 minutes 35 seconds behind Dan Robbo. He's got some damage on the back there. I must say, I think if I was a sim racer, I'd sign up with the Whiskey Bandits. They look like a fun bunch. They've run around, I think mostly last in a lot of these races. Well, not really. Hang on. That might not be fair. No, I am not Jimmy. I'm not Jimmy. He finished in 9th place. So it was shaken and baked. Was running around in last, and so is rushed. But I don't know, they strike me as it's not all about coming first, it's just about having a laugh. Where these guys up here, it's business first, fun second. Let's race. So Vulcan 2.2 seconds ahead of second place. Caddy, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, Caddy, the pistol whipping king of the South African outback. There he goes. See them flames absolutely burning out. Oh, I thought he'd put a wheel on the dirt there. I thought he'd put a little foot wrong. Viper in third place, 35 seconds behind these guys, an 8:04.2. The last time around from him, we're on 1 hour 36 minutes, 12th lap in. Oh, I bet Vulcan's not on the 12th lap. Yeah, he is, sorry. But they're coming to near the end of their lap. Viper getting greens. Whoa, we got a little race in here. Potter catching up. TSMJDJ, which I was told Juan, but now I'm starting to wonder if it is really Juan. And people are taking the mickey out of me. Whoa, Potter. Sat on board Potter for his outlap after he picked up a small little bit of damage. He went into the pits. He's only lost 35 seconds. He's altered his pit strategy. Don't think he put any fuel in. It looks like half a tank of fuel. He's decided to stick with it. He's giving TSM, Deadman Racing Team, a little bump. Okay. Oh no, Aquapex Racing said, I don't know what you're talking about. Me? What have I done? Sorry, boss. Road run down, blame Dan again. Wow, send me the steward's office again. Oh no, you got the mods out, Dan. Calm down. Huey Potter says Kenza Dorito boy, and yeah, we've all got to behave now because I call him Aquapacks, didn't I again? Aki-Packs in the chat. So good boys from here on. Oh, about his language, I bet that's Groot. It's Groot, isn't it? Pretending to be someone official. Yes, you're swearing, Groot. Your protege commentator in the last stint, he was imitating you. He used the C word, the F word, the W word. He used all of the words. Vulcan leading. TSM coming into the pits. We saw he was getting a little pressure from Potter. That made his fuel tank empty itself instantly. And now Potter is back into fourth, 9.2 seconds behind Viper. Still a long way to go. Liam McEwen says, I call them Aquapacks too. Sounds like a kid's toy. Kenzie. I'm not saying that, Kenzie. You'll have to read that one. It begins with a W and ends with an anchor. Aki-Pack says, I'll have harsh words with him. Oh, it's all right. It's you. He said, he was saying, oh, should I do the, I don't know if I should do the accent because that might be offensive or racist. I'm never sure what. But he goes, oh, Rob, he'll be in the car. He'll be saying, and he sounded really accurate, like what you would sound like, Mr. Groot. So, you know, you've got yourself to blame. Kenzie saying, double dare you if you want your red panda alive. Sod the red panda. I can live with it. It's Red Bull, you mean? Or red panda, I'm not sure. And then Kenzie saying, W anchor. Yes. Like you get in a studio for the news. So Caddy, I'm getting distracted with the chats. Caddy has got it down to 1.6 seconds, guys. Did an 8:02.0 his last time around. Falcon did an 8:02.7, but somehow they're down to within a second of each other. Viper 37.6 seconds behind these guys. Potter in fourth, 9 seconds behind them. Swift is in fifth, doing a great job in 26.9 seconds behind Potter. There is Simp3 Pro in 11 seconds. TSM, when he did his pits, he came out in 7th place, 2.2 seconds behind a Simp3 Pro. Loads of fuel in that car. He's going to go on forever. And there we see Pace in 8th on a comeback after his damage. Luke Mitchell, we suspect, damaged his car on the way to his pit stop also because he had quite a long pit stop. Storm Pacer in 10th place. 10 seconds behind Luke Mitchell, 2 minutes 14 seconds ahead of Dankert, the USA civilian, the American, sorry. He's 9.7 seconds ahead of Pebsy. Pebsy in 12. He's ahead of Dan Robbo, 26.9 seconds behind Pebsy, and nearly 3 minutes ahead of Rush. The last time we saw Rush, his car was flashing. It's only his bumper now. No, he's just... I thought he just damaged something else. He got away with that one. Smashed into the barrier, but he's got a bit of damage on the back there. Rushed playing a wipeout in the chat then. I've got to be Liam McEwen, Oz Reborn, no Igresh, Liam Osborne Arby. Not sure what they're going on about. 2.2 seconds then. Vulcan pulling out a little bit on Caddy. Viper there, 7.9 seconds ahead of Potter, but we know Potter is absolutely flying. 801.184 the last time around. Viper managing an 804. Viper got half a tank of fuel, and so has Potter. Those two are going to be all the way till the end. Kenzie Adore Boy says nothing goes well when Rob is involved. Oh, Mr. Groot, what are they saying about thee? Wow, it's late. So, Vulcan, I'm going to get my backy. I might have a sneaky fag. Vulcan 2 seconds ahead of Caddy. I know he's a bad boy, and we're all loving hating him at the moment in this race. We don't hate him really, it's just... But I'm going to put you on board with the Cadster as we chase down the lead. Vulcan, 1.9 seconds ahead of us. I'm just getting me backy, don't worry. No bad. Bad boys, and what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? So, sat on aboard with Caddy in his Chevy, hunting down ourselves a spiky-eared Vulcan, a green-blooded weirdo. God damn it, Spock, where are your feelings, man? You Vulcans have no hearts. Right, I'm going to turn the volume up on the YouTube, see if I'm still there. Sometimes I hope I'm not. Sometimes I just think I just suddenly realise, I catch myself saying something and thinking, what are you on about? And then I turn up the iPad just to make sure. Ooh, there's a back marker in the way. Back marker in the way. Vulcan's got past him. There is Caddy flashing him. Oh no, but terrible time for Caddy. That was the Mazda of the Whiskey Bandits, I believe. And that would have been... Hang on, I'll tell you. It would have been Rushed, and obviously Rushed has got that damage. Probably scared the bejeebus out of him. So Vulcan then, he's pushing. He's got quarter of a tank of fuel. He did an 802.7 his last time around. Caddy trying to close down that gap, doing an 802.039. Caddy pushing for all he can. He's got loads more fuel than the Vulcan. His tyres are a lot fresher. Viper there in third, 37.9 seconds behind Caddy, but only 6.1 seconds. It looks like Potter has closed another second off of a Viper. In the chats, we've got Pendragon saying, did that guy aim for the wall? It looked like he was trying. Nothing goes well when Rob is involved. Oh yeah, I read that one. And shoo, close passes. Yeah, especially the back markers. Should have scared Rushed, I imagine. So Viper hitting those 804s on a regular basis. 804.2s. Whoa, 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 he's just lost it, he's lost it, oh my lord, Viper, but he saved it but lost it, if you know what I mean. He's done a nice 360, Potter coming around, my word, Potter slamming it past into third place. He's 42.9 seconds now behind his nemesis. And let's all just take a moment there to appreciate, we know Viper dropped it, but he didn't break anything. And it's so skinny here, that when you drop it, you think you're going to hit a barrier, no damage. That's what I'm saying, Jerry Bear. That's fantastic stuff. So well done, Viper. Great save. Great save, Cole. So Pendragon says, I want to see a Vulcan. You want to see Vulcan? He's there. There's Vulcan. He's in his BMW. He's driving around happy. He's 1.3 seconds ahead of a Caddy. He's just under a quarter of a tank of fuel. His tyres, not too bad. He did an 804.2 his last time around, but it really does look like Caddy is closing in on him. Liam McEwen said, one lucky Subaru. It was, wasn't it? What a highlight. I hope that gets in the show. I've caught 2 spinning out now. I've seen I missed the overtake manoeuvres, but I see them when they spin out. Although at the beginning of this race it looked like about 5 cars all got damage. I think they all hit each other. Totally oblivious to it. I was totally oblivious. I just was going down the field and said, hey, there's a big gap between these guys, and they were all on their out lap. And I thought, oh dear, looks like something's kicked off down here, lads. What's been going on? What's that been doing? So Vulcan, 8 tenths now. 8 tenths. Caddy really closing down. Really closing down. Scarily so. Let's actually go on the Vulcan's car and have a look out his rear view mirror at Caddy. 1 second behind. They're seesawing, a couple of tenths in it, and now Harry Potter into 3rd. 4th is Viper. 5th is Swift. 6th TSM, back up to 6th place for TSM. He lost a position to Swift, it seems, but doing okay. 7th for Simp 3 Pro, and Pace is in 8th spot. We're back up to 1.2 seconds, so we will have a look at what's going on behind 8th. Luke Mitchell in 9th place, 11 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer. There we see Danker in 11th, having an absolutely cracking race. He was right. I think he was 14th at some point, and because of people's mistakes and issues, he slowly got a few positions there. Pebsy in 12th. Oh, a 9.13 last time around from him, and his back end stepping out all over the place in the carousel. Dan Robbo in 13th. For a change, we've come to him and his car's not damaged. Cracking stuff, Robbo. Do you want to quickly throw it off? Do you want to do some drifting again for us to admire? He's on his out lap now. He's trying to behave. He can't lose too much time. Group was running around 12th place when I saw him in Stint 1, and I think he raced Stint 3 as well. So Group must be absolutely, totally burnt out. He's done 8 hours of racing, I believe. He's got all his racing in early, the event organizer. He's not going through the night. I'm joking. It's Jerry Bear who's got the one next. 2 a.m. till 6 p.m. The American taking you through the night with all the American hits, like that Petty fella. What was his name? Somewhat Petty. And Free Falling. That's the dude. And other American classics like Whiskey in the Jar. Diddle-diddle-diddle-dee. Diddle-diddle-diddle-dee. Hang on, where's CWM? What happened? Who's CWM? What am I meant to do? How am I meant to know that? I'll still be awake and watching, haha. Dark Smoker, says Tom. Whoa, we've lost another one. Dan Robbo, I asked you, can you do the Subaru? You do the Subaru so well. You spun that one about 4 times and still didn't hit a barrier. You just couldn't let... who was it? It was Viper, was it? Yeah, it was Viper, I think. Just couldn't let Viper have that one, could you? No, it wasn't Viper, was it? I honestly can't remember what Subaru I saw spinning. I want to say Luke Mitchell, but I don't think it was Luke Mitchell. He's behind pace now. 12 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer. 19 seconds behind pace. Hang on, someone's going to tell me now. PK, Pirouette. Oh, Tom Petty, there you go. Ah, Nathan, good one. I knew it was Petty, I couldn't remember his first name. Free Falling, yeah, that's the one, yeah. And someone, Dan, not Dan Robbo, not Roadrunner Dan. Roadrunner Dan's the one said Free Falling. That was quite Robbo made up time with that. He went faster through the corners with his super spin. So a Vulcan, 1 second. Spinella, says Liam. So Vulcan there, 8/10 ahead of Caddy. Absolutely nothing in it after nearly 2 hours of racing. 1 hour and 51 minutes of racing. We have the two leaders less than a second apart. Vulcan doing an 8:04.2 his last time around. Caddy doing an 8:03.1. Nothing in it between the two of them. The way Vulcan keeps ghosting, I'm nervous. He's tired. He's got something wrong maybe. He's doing a lot of lifting, fuel saving maybe. The car sideways. 69 BMW in the lead of this race ahead of Caddy. Potter having a great race up into third. He's only 39 seconds now behind Caddy, and he's just over a quarter of a tank of fuel. So Caddy's got good fuel on you, bugger. Caddy 6/10. I reckon he's turning the handle now. It's hammer time for Caddy. It's Caddy time. Does that work the same as hammer time? I guess hammer works because it's like dropping the hammer, and he's Hamilton. Doesn't work for Hamilton, so yeah, sorry. It's Caddy time. 7/10 behind a Vulcan. The first science officer of the USS Enterprise, keeping everything in place, staying steady as a rock. Not letting the pressure get to him. Vulcans do not feel pressure, Captain. And Caddy's really pushing. Really pushing. He wants that lead back. He probably still can't work out how he lost the lead originally. Thought he was going to come out the pits ahead of Caddy, and he did, ahead of Vulcan, and he didn't. Hey, Roadrunner Dan, can't even know, spinning around. Yeah, that's the one. And Kenzie Dorifdo Boy saying spinning like Britney's recent IG posts. Well, she got some juicy stuff on Instagram. I'll go and have a look. I love it when celebrities go wrong. Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus, one of my favourite music videos. I hate the song. Video's fantastic. So Vulcan is in. Sorry, I was sipping on a drink around the time I noticed and thought I can't talk because it'll all come back out again. So Caddy continues on, half a tank of fuel. We are on lap 15, so we are over halfway. Sorry, I do like to try and keep out these milestones, and I also wanted to have a look at the time when we were on lap 13. Gives me a rough idea. I think we're just going to be just a little short, well, about half hour short of 4 hours, which about makes sense. We didn't start until half hour in. So in the chat, Roadrunner Dan says, I don't follow Britney's Instagram. No, me neither. You should see some of the people I do follow on Instagram. It's shocking. Someone told me if you follow porn stars, your Instagram gets a lot more fun. And it gets a lot more fun, but you can never open it in front of people. So, J Bear, safe work. What have I missed? Why is this one 26 laps? Did we have to cut some laps for time? We did, J Bear. Sorry, mate. Kenzie Adorift to boy says, J Bear, safe work. We lost way too much time due to server issues. We treated this break as a red flag, and we're shortening stints to get back on schedule. Roadrunner Dan said, J Bear, I believe they're a bit delayed, so they're making up time up worth slightly shorter stints. There you go, J Bear saying, heck, we're gonna have to figure out what to set stint 5 to low. Well, we should be finishing around the right time. We should be back on track. They were kind of, they finished the race they finished stint 3 on time. They did 12 laps in the end. They were 2.5 hours short with all the server issues. And then, well, Vulcan has come out in second spot, sorry, at 5 seconds ahead of Potter. But Potter, he's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. Viper down in 4th place. It was Viper who had the massive spin, wasn't it? There you go. Because it's dark, I can't see the liveries. Thingamajig's Instagram follows all the big stars. He does. Oh my God, yeah, don't look at it. It's embarrassing. I didn't realise people could tell on your TikTok, like when you like or when you like something. I didn't know they could see your like folders. I'm hoping my wife never goes in there, because for some reason I accidentally press the like button whenever they don't wear a bra and dance. JPS, safe work. Robert will let you know. Lol, figured, just got home, so was just like, oh my God, what's happened? But yeah, Stint 3. Well, it's the GT servers. Even the Amigos guys, who I usually commentate for on a Saturday evening, I think they postponed their race. I'll have another look, but I think I quickly read that there was some sort of issue. I don't think it went forward. I think they're delaying it a week. Narcotic Hypnosis says, I'm back. Our neighbourhood had a commotion with a van going bang. Narcotic Hypnosis says, what have I missed? What have you missed? When did you go? So, Caddy is a lead. I'm going to do a rundown just for you, my friend. Narcotic Hypnosis. I'm not Jimmy. It says, you watch TikToks. Those are all fake, you know. I don't care. It's like 20-year-old women dancing with no bras on. It's the dream. We had a streaker. What, on your live stream? That'd be awesome. Someone needs to get you off those social medias. And yes, Art cancelled their race due to server issues, so this week's races will be next week, so I didn't miss anything. And I get to do it live. Boom, shake the room. So yeah, I'm going to do a rundown for Narcotic. So Caddy is leading by 31 seconds, but he hasn't pitted. He pitted later than Vulcan. Vulcan has come back in. He's just on his outlap now. He was around about 4 seconds. Well, he was 4 seconds ahead of Caddy, but Caddy closed it right down, I think. Vulcan started saving a bit and Caddy started pushing a bit, got it down to within a second, and then Vulcan nipped into the pits. He wasn't absolutely dry on fuel. Lower for sure than Caddy, but he's made a strategical pit stop when he did. Potter is up to third after his earlier woes in this race, having an absolutely fantastic race. He got past Viper because Viper decided to do a donut in the middle of the race on the track. It was phenomenal to see. He didn't hit a single wall and then just carried on, continued. And you'd say that was really impressive, but Dan Robbo did it exactly the same about 5 laps later, so it kind of took the shine off it. So TSM in 5th place. He's 44.2 seconds behind Viper, and he's 7.6 seconds ahead of Simp 3 Pro, dude. That's the two Dodge Vipers alongside each other on track. I think they're having an absolute stonking race next to what it was like for Stint 1 for them. Stint 3 is looking a lot more healthier, 5th and 6th there for the Dodge Vipers. Swift in 7th place. He's just come out of the pits. I reckon net he's about 5th. I think he's ahead of guys ahead of him there. The DMR, the Dead Men Racing guys. He's on 1/4 of a tank of fuel, maybe not then. And Pro, he's on 1/4 of a tank, 3/4 of a tank. Maybe Swift is just ahead of Simpro after the pit stops. I thought he was ahead of both of those Dodgers, and we're not so sure now. In 8th, MMR Luke Mitchell. Roadrunner Dan said MMR stood for Mickey Mouse Racing, and that's the only person who brought one forward. So I'm not sure though. I'm not sure I believe him, because he also told me that Pepsi is called Plebsy. And whatever thing did Roadrunner Dan say? He's the bad boy. Leave Caddy alone. It's Roadrunner Dan in the chat, leading everyone astray with misinformation. Pace is down into 9th, 11.4 seconds behind Luke Mitchell. Pace having some issues out there also. In his Lexus, he's had a few knocks. Storm Pacer in 10th, 5.1 seconds behind Pace. Pace just come out the pits. Must have done. Yes, there he is. Yes, because Storm Pacer was not that close to him. Storm Pacer on good fuel He's only 5 seconds behind pace. Then in 11th, Danker having a fine race there. He's 2 minutes 3/4 seconds behind Storm Pacer and 32 seconds ahead of his fellow humble racing guy, Pepsi, who Dan told me, Roadrunner Dan told me to call him Plebsy, which I'm not sure. He said it's okay. There is Dan Robbo. He took the shine off of the 360 by doing one more spin and not hitting a wall, doing more donuts. I think he went through 2 corners spinning. It was a feat. And there is rushed some. He's 3 minutes 23 down on the Porsche of Dan Robbo, and he's 9.5 minutes down on Caddy the leader. So there is Caddy. I'm going to try and find some people that are close. You know what? I think you would all get something out of sitting on board with Harry whilst I go and have a ciggy. So you sit there and chill. I'll just quickly read the comments and then I'm definitely... No, they're not younger than 20. No, because if they look young, I'm looking for tattoos, I'm looking for piercings, and I'm looking for adverts for you pages, and they're all telltale signs they're definitely over 18. It's not like I'm getting my todger out over it. It's during a break time. I'll have a flick through and think, oh, she's hot. Oh, they're big. Hey, they swing. Whoa, I saw the bottom of them. So, sorry Roadrunner Dan, I feel like I'm being told off by Roadrunner Dan for using TikTok. No, I'm not even going to tell you TikTok. I've actually done some videos on TikTok. So, Pendragon says, laugh my A off. Narcotic Hypnosis says, in the words of Clive James, got bored so decided to draw his own little track about 12 metres wide. And Roadrunner Dan says, anyone wants to blame me, feel free to. Thinking John seems to like it. You're joking. Don't start doing denial stuff, Roadrunner Dan. You've been in this chat calling people plebsies and saying MMR is for Mickey Mouse race. Don't give it all that, oh, if you want to blame me. Poor victim. Oh, sad. And you've scorned me. Scorned me for using TikTok. I like TikTok. It's the most annoying thing in the world. You get to see cats fall over a lot as well. That's always good. Crap day at work, let's watch a cat fall off a wall. Nothing better. Pendragon says, Roadrunner Dan, the cause of global warming. Here you go. Probably Pendragon, says Roadrunner Dan. Pendragon saying LMAO. And then we have J Bear, safe work, with a, I think, emoji with a tongue sticking out. Roadrunner Dan says, when we get in thingamajig's TikTok commentaries. And Pendragon also says, this McPot is coming for that BMW. It seems he's pushing hard. He does. He is. And I don't think it's the BMW he's aiming for. Trust me. I think it's the other Chevy he wants. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to put you on board with Potter McPot. I'm still going to talk to you. I'm not abandoning you. It's just I'm not going to be sitting here in front of the telly because I've been doing this now 2 hours or something. I think I deserve a ciggy. The wife's gone to bed, so I'm thinking about just not even closing the door, just hanging with the head out the window. Don't tell her though, because I'm not allowed to smoke indoors. Oh, I tell you, oh wow, oh yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Life goals. Yeah, no, I was getting right. I was watching Stint 2, Jerry Bear, and I'm telling you, it's embarrassing because he's so good. He's so knowledgeable. He knows exactly what he's talking about. But I could hear him smoking. I can tell when someone's sucking on the teat of a cigarette, I can tell you. And I am sure that man was toughing away quite happily whilst commentating. And I have to go out into the chuffing, freezing, cold conservatory with the rabbits. I'm no better than a rabbit. Hang on, there's some chat going on. I need to read it, just in case I've upset people. Mrs. Thingamajig, your husband is smoking out the window. Yes, thank you. Narcotic Hypnosis, Star Smoker, says, I'm telling. It's Roadrunner Dan's fault. That's what I'll tell her. I'll say Roadrunner Dan said I could do it. 3.4 seconds for Harry Potter there. doing an absolutely cracking job in third place. I've gone back out into the conservatory. My own weirdness and guilt. I saw the door move. It was the cat coming in. I thought it was my wife. I'm scared of my wife. Wow. I never realised. I never realised she ruled this house with such an iron fist. So Caddy is still your leader. We're on lap 16. 10 more laps to go. What's that, about 80 minutes? 80 minutes of racing. Does that work out about right? About an hour and 10. That's 70 minutes. So we might be 10 minutes over. Jerry B. You might want to borrow Rotary though. We're all using Rotary as a host because he's the only one who can get the rooms to work. Oh, you used... No. But Jerry B had to use a host as well, I think. No. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Jerry B had to use a host, another person to host. I think he was having struggles. That was a 7:59.4 the last time around for Dart Smoker. It's down to 2.8 seconds. Let's have a look around then. You guys must be getting bored. Oh, you can't go back to G. Hang on, let me press G. G! Let me give him an F12 while we're here. Potter McPot, the Harry Potter fan. I think Phoenix from Flames is his favourite. Is that a film? There's one about something coming out of flames. Goblet of Fire. No. Philosopher's Stone. Sorcerer's Stone. Harry Potter 1. Harry Potter 2. Harry Potter 7. They're all names of the films, I'm sure of it. Jay Bear is saying never met Thingamajig, but I'm a big fan of him. Oh, sorry, Jay Bear. Cheers, man. He's checking me up over here. You're the star, dude. Roadrunner Dan saying, aren't we all Jerry? He's class and funny. Roadrunner Dan also say blame Dan for his good commentary too. He taught me everything I knew, Roadrunner Dan. He took me under his wing and said, this is a car, this is a steering wheel, and narcotic hypnosis, says Mr. Charisma. You ain't met me, honestly. My wife hates it. She hates it. She absolutely despises it. I get on this commentary and I'm joking and laughing, and then I turn the mic off and I grunt at everyone and don't speak to no one. I'm the most antisociable person you'll ever meet. Someone at work says he watches my commentaries just so he can hear my voice. So don't believe the facade of Thingamajig. It's a mask. It's not who I am. Until I'm drunk. Until I'm drunk, this is the way I am. It's weird. Open up, Rob Boris. Come on. I've got a thirst on down here. So it's Vulcan pitting away, or is the gap the same? Watching at 380. My ass off. J Bear Stewards 2.9. Yeah, I want to have a flick around. Sorry, guys. So Caddy is 29.5 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Vulcan is 2.5 seconds ahead of Potter. He's done an 8:108 the last time around. Potter doing a 7:59, so Potter somewhat quicker, but how much quicker? Potter needs to go into the pits now. Vulcan heavy on fuel, half a tank of fuel. Viper there. Viper doing an 8:08, but also he has to put it in the pits. TSM, he's in 5th place, some 55 seconds behind Viper, only 2 seconds ahead of the other dead man racing out there, which is a Simp 3 Pro in the Dodgers. In 7th, Swift under absolute, no, Swift's going past the back marker, sorry. False alarm, guys, sorry. But he is only 3 seconds behind Simp 3 Pro as he gets past that back marker there. Luke Mitchell is in 8th. He's 13 seconds behind Swift. Pace there in 9th. 9 seconds, 10 seconds behind Luke Mitchell. And in 10th we have Storm Pacer, some 9.2 seconds behind Pace. In 11th, Dankert, he is some 2 minutes, nearly 3 minutes now behind Storm Pace. I say nearly 3 minutes, 2 minutes is quite a big gap. There you go, Potter into the pits. We think Viper also is going to drop it into the pits. Caddy has got quarter of a tank of fuel. Vulcan has got half a tank of fuel. How exciting is this? When it all washes out between these two, Caddy and Vulcan, they're about a pit stop apart. and a quarter of a tank difference. Although Vulcan's tyres looking absolutely spanking. Caddy's starting to look old. Viper not even made it to his team yet. Potter there, he's stopped, he's getting the fuel. TSM burning down the road. He was some 50 odd seconds behind those guys. So I don't think he's going to get even a close shout or a look in. He did an 8:18 last time around for TSM. Not a great lap for him. SMP3 Pro, he did a 10 past 8. I'm still smoking a fag. I'm hanging in my house with the fag outside. Viper, he's still fueling up. And Potter back out into 3rd place. Awesome stuff. 1 minute adrift from the leader though, the other Chevy. Who shall we watch? Vulcan for a little bit, sorry. Can't leave it on Caddy all the time. I mean Caddy Potter. People will think I've got favourites. Looks like Viper back out of the pits. Ahead of TSM JDJ. Is he just coming up to the finish line? See what he did? He did an 8:05 that time around. And Viper, we've seen just coming out the pits. He's got an outlap to do. 15 seconds difference between the two of them. Swift now only 5 seconds behind TSM. He's got half a tank of fuel. Simpro, he's having to go in. Luke Mitchell moving up into 7th place, just under half a tank of fuel there for Luke Mitchell. Awesome stuff. Pace also moving up into 8th place, ahead of the Dodge Viper that's in the pits right now, and Storm Pacer. So they're all quite close, this little batch at the back. 1 pit stop and you have to go back about 3 or 4 cars. Oh, hello darkness, my old friend. I've come to see you once again. So Caddy leading from Vulcan, Potter in 3rd. Down at this end we can see Storm Pacer, his last lap an 8:07.1. he's some 9.8 seconds behind Pace and 3.4 seconds ahead of Simp Pro has just come out of the pit lane. He's got some fresh new super soft tyres on and a full tank. Is that going to take him to the end? We think it might do. 17 laps now, we've got 9 laps left of racing. Caddy is your leader, but he has to pit before Vulcan. It's going to be a tight one between those two. I must say, from the stints, it does seem like at the top end it's been some tight racing all the way through the 4 hours. So, I mean, God, if you can spare 24 hours, well, it's not going to be 24 hours because we've had some shorter stints because of delays. Poor old Rob should be trying to get some sleep, but he's done his 2 stints, hasn't he? So it doesn't matter, he can just sit back and chill. Make notes on us commentators and then have a word with us tomorrow saying, right, well, I know you did me this favour, I know it's for charity, but seriously, why are you talking about TikTok on commentary and Instagram, Kylie Minogue? Too many pop references. I tell you what, I watched WandaVision before I did this stream. Oh man, is that getting juicy or what? No spoilers, don't worry. It was Captain America all along, but no spoilers. Captain America did it. He's sly. No one's that nice. Caddy leading, so let's have a look around then. He's not getting any closer, is Simp3 Pro. I thought he was going to be closing up on Storm Pacer, with a little bit of tyre deg on his mind. A little bit of exhaust fumes in the sky. Little bit of Caddy up front. Vulcan going longer. Oh, that didn't work. It was going so well up until that moment. So Vulcan in 2nd spot, less than a lap. I mean, less than a pit stop behind Caddy. Caddy now, I think he's starting to ease off that accelerator, you know. 803s regular, 804s. He is definitely fuel saving in this stint. Vulcan also, he's doing 8 minutes, so he's closing that time down, ready for those pit stops. But Caddy going into a fuel save. We know he can go a lot faster than that, and we think he's easing up to try and go as long as he can. Lap 17, I'm not sure how long. See, I think one of them BMWs in Stint 1 went about 81 minutes without fuel. Noir Artez or something like that. He did an absolutely blinding job. So Caddy How long can he stay out there for? That's the question. How long can he save that fuel? I know, I'm going to put my flag down in a minute and come back and join you. I was only going to have like 2 drags, but I'm quite enjoying it. Stood out here in the doorway. Usually I get told, shut the door. Bloody cold in here. I'm like, oh yeah, baby. That's the way. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff, hey Potter? You know what I'm talking about. Oh, hey, I put my controller down and everything went mental. Hang on. Gosh, I put my controller over there out of the way. Took the controller outside with me so I could still flick around. So you had something to watch. See? Think about you guys. You're on my mind. And the random thing put me back on Storm Pacer, who's 11 seconds behind pace. And 4.8 seconds ahead of a Simp Pro, who has just pitted. So Pace in 8th place. Where is he looking now? He's got half a tank of fuel. He's on quite new super soft tyres. He managed an 804.3 the last time around, and he is 11.4 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer and 8.6 seconds behind the Subaru of Luke Mitchell. But Luke Mitchell there, quarter of a tank of fuel, quite used tyres. Did an 805. He looks like he is fuel saving with the 804s, 803s out there at the moment. In 6th we have Swift. Swift are racing there on his super softs. They look barely used. He's got half a tank of fuel. He did an 804 the last time around. It really looks like, I think at this point in the race, there's a few out there doing a little bit of fuel saving. TSM has found himself back up into 5th place with half a tank of fuel, 805.7. Maybe the track is a lot colder because we were getting really fast. Like a few of them were getting sub 8 minutes, like 7:59s in Stint 1. In Stint 2 we saw, I think, a 7:57. So we've been seeing some absolutely blinding times out there. But here, at night time, in the Nürburgring, maybe the track is just too cold for it to generate enough heat for these tyres. There we see Caddy going around, start lap 18 of 26. That means we have only got 8 laps left of this stint, and then the man who can, Jerry B, is going to be up with his suitcase of tricks, all of his clever commentating tricks. Let's give us a little SMM Vulcan with his pink helmet. I prefer the purple ones, but I'll take a pink one. He's 26.3 seconds behind. He's just under half a tank of fuel. He did an 801.3. He's keeping him in the low 8s. He pitted on lap 14, so he's got a while to go yet. Caddy, his fuel is under a quarter. 804.2 last time around. He's hemorrhaging time to Vulcan. Potter McPot, the last one to pit out of the lot of them. He's still on his outlap. He topped that bad boy right up. Maybe he's going till the end. The Chevy, not famous for a fuel tank that lets you go far. Potter there in 3rd place ahead of Viper. 28 seconds adrift from 3rd place is Viper. He pitted around the same time as Potter, so he's got quite a lot of fuel on, brand new tyres. He's still also on his outlap, so we can't quite see what his pace is doing at the moment. Whoa, that Subaru wiggling from apex to apex. Scary stuff there if you're Viper. Here we go for Dead Man's Racing, having a great race there. TSM, he was the one I was doing Android voices for, I think. In Stint 1, he's on them super softs, half a tank of fuel, 805.7 the last time round. Let me turn to the chat, because I think there's been a few happening. So, hang on, I've got to shift it. There's been loads of chat. I missed loads, I suppose, while I was out having a ciggy. Yeah, oh God, about my antisocialness, oh God. Blame Dan for his good commentary too, I read that. Mr. Charisma, no, that's when I said no, it doesn't happen that way. J Bear says no, let's stop giving him compliments. I can hear that head getting, but yeah, my headphones stretched a little bit just then. Is Vulcan pulling away, or is the gap the same? I'm watching in 380, I tried to have a look for that, 2.9. Roadrunner Dan only oh, he only gets one compliment a race. Saving all that social energy for streams like this, says Narcotic Hypnosis. Pendragon says thank you. J Bear says lol. Roadrunner Dan said it's like a cigarette charges him up for a few minutes. It does, and then he's washed down with a Red Bull. Pendragon there. Potter, if full, can go to lap 24. Tight then, tight at the end there. Bit of splash and dash, rear wheel, brilliant. Lol, good race though. Pendragon says Iron Man with the plunger in the bathroom. Oh yeah, because I was saying someone's the One Division thing. Yes, I get that. Sorry, not 10 laps, says J Bear. Roadrunner Dan says, why is the candlestick in the kitchen, Jerry? J Bear says, lol, because you can only cook by naked flame. That's how they cook in Iron Man's house. All that technology, but they cook over an open flame. Caddy then leading 24.8 seconds, did an 8:04.2 the last time around. He's on lap 18. Vulcan in second place there, having a mega race. He did an 8:01.3. He's definitely starting to put in some laps in that BMW. Must be weird watching this stream. You don't really get to see the cars, just a lot of headlights, brake discs and such. What? Potter McPot in third place. Got to be the man of the day, really. He was out of it quite early on with a bit of damage, made an early stop, and he's turned his race around at 8:01.036, 42 seconds behind Vulcan, but he has pitted. And the guys in the chat, and I tend to believe them more, seem to think he can go to lap 24. Where was I up to? Hang on. So J Bear says lol. Nathan Bodenheimer says tough start for our guys Pebsy and Danker. Let's cheer them on for a strong recovery. Let's go THG. J Bear says Cap is sketchy, ask him. Roadrunner Dan says come on Plebsy. Go on, Dankert. You caught me out there, Roadrunner. I said it without thinking. Pendragon said Cap is a goody two shoes, that's why you can't trust him. Roadrunner Dan says I still need to watch One Division. One Division, I like that. That's cool, I'm going to use that. Roadrunner Dan says my housemates say it is good. It is good. It is. Oh, I've enjoyed it. Stint 2.27573 was fastest lap in J Bear, yeah. A 7 minute. Stint 2, 7 minute 57.3 was the fastest lap. Narcotic Hypnosis says, yeah, GT Sport does have physics elements where the track is cooler at night or in cloudy weather. J Bear says, I don't think it does, to be fair. Narcotic Hypnosis says, but it has funky timings. Roadrunner Dan says, it does have a minor effect. Narcotic Hypnosis says, it does, but it's not as effective as in real life. Roadrunner Dan says, optimal lap times, usually in the earlier time of day, I think. J Bear says, time of day should affect way more than 1 second total, so I'd assume that's just a pace loss on a track temp, because it definitely doesn't sim track temps. Okay, so okay, J Bear also says I'll have to test that more. I've always lived with the idea that they don't simulate track temps. I always thought they did, in all fairness. Pendragon said yeah, GTS doesn't sim track temps, so I'm wrong. Roadrunner Dan says it only works when tyre wear is on, because that's when tyre temperatures exist. J Bear said, well, oh, just a bunch of default liveries if I remember right. Narcotic Hypnosis says I've always felt a difference, but I'm not going to rule out anything psychological. J Bear also says tyre temps are simulated, but they don't simulate them based on track temp. Track is always optimal. Wow, there you go. You learn everything every day. I think J Bear, except wet, obviously. Pendragon also says they have a time-based tyre wear model that doesn't account for temp. If you did, you would see increase in tyre pressure due to the track, and it doesn't have that. Okay, World Touring Club says keep it up THG. J Bear says, are you reading our debate here? Yeah, I am, man alive. It's huge. Luckily Potter's being entertaining, so it's alright, I can read you lot. J Bear, yes, always opt. Even the wet is opt for wets or intermediates. Roder and Dan, what can we make thingamajig read? Yeah, someone tried to make me read W Anchor earlier. Oh, I need a drink after all that talking. God almighty, you lot nabber in the chat. So, Caddy, finally, his fuel is flashing. So, Vulcan, 21 seconds. That is definitely less than a pit stop, but he's only on a quarter of a tank of fuel himself, so he will have to pit. This could be Caddy's last pit stop of the day. He'll be at the end of lap 18, starting lap 19. So what's that? Only 7 laps of the race to go after his pit stop. That should be more than enough fuel. Vulcan on a quarter of a tank fuel. We'll probably need to do a splash and dash going really late into this race, I imagine. Potter McPot, we think his laps will go, his fuel will take him to lap 24, so that will be very interesting how that all washes out. Viper in 4th place. He's on 3/4 of a tank of fuel, 31 seconds behind Potter McPot. GTAS Caddy is in the pits. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And they'll probably take the fueling ring off so the fuel can flow quicker. So, sorry Caddy, I like you, mate. It's just someone had to be the bad boy today, and it was you. It's because your car looks so menacing. So Vulcan then retaking the lead. How far ahead of Caddy will he be, and how long can he make quarter of a tank of fuel last? He's been keeping those lap times in the 8 minutes or 8:01s. It's been a great pace in that BMW. Caddy still just moving out. Potter there. Potter, come on. How far does that shake out? I think he lost a bit of time though for having to do an earlier pit stop with damage. So any chances of fighting the top 2 today, I think they've disappeared. Vulcan 15.9 seconds ahead. It's not a pit stop. It's not enough for a pit stop. What's he going to do? Can he drain that car? Make the fuel last? Nearly 7 laps. I doubt it. It's too far, too long into this race. All right then, they're writing really long things in the chat now, so we're going to end up saying something really ridiculous. Let me see. Roadrunner Dan. Roadrunner Dan put a W with a picture of an anchor. Narcotic Hypnosis says the B movie script. Roadrunner Dan said surely we can make him read something more exciting than the B movie script. Pendragon said I wish I could remember that first day, first moment of our meeting me, if bright or dim the season, it might be summer or winter, or aught I can say. I'm worried, nervous about reading them. I'm like Anchorman, I just read what's there. Pendragon, I'm going to go into this next one, try and give it some heart. Give it some heart as we're watching Caddy, trying to make up those 15 seconds. Right, Pendragon. So unrecorded did it slip away, so blind was I to see, end to foresees. So dull to mark the budding of my tree, that would not blossom yet for many a May. If only I could recollect it, such a day of days. Roadrunner Dan said we need to see people in the pits. The only time we see their liveries is under the lights of the pits. That is true. Vulcan then cracking on quarter of a tank of fuel. Pendragon says LMAO. He's got to read that. Dark Smoker said Caddy still a lap down overall from first stint right. Well, Caddy came second, didn't he? I'm sure he came. Oh God, Stint 1 was a really long time ago. I thought Caddy did alright. I thought he was like second to a Subaru, and the third Subaru was third. Luke Mitchell finished in third. I thought Caddy finished in second, and he was only a couple of seconds behind the... Oh, he was really fast, wasn't he? Caliber. I thought he'd be back again, because I think that team needs him to make up some time. They've not had a great stint since. I thought we were going to see Nicholas as well for the PRT team. I haven't seen him show up yet, and that man is unbelievably fast. So Vulcan leading from Caddy, 15.3 seconds. Potter is in third. It shakes out he's 30 seconds behind Caddy. And they've got similar fuel. No, Caddy's got a little bit more fuel than Potter. We're not sure if Potter's fuel will take him all the way. Fourth place is a Viper. Viper did an 8:05.1 the last time around. He's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel in there. Great stuff for Deadman's Racing. In fifth place is TSM. He's doing a super job. He's 15.9 seconds behind Viper and only 2 seconds ahead of Swift. Look, Swift pulling it out. Swift doing an 8:05.380 the last time around. TSM doing an 8:06.4. So at this point, Swift is somewhat quicker. He's down to less than 2 seconds to the Dodge Viper. The Jaguar is absolutely pushing the boundaries, but it's only got a quarter of a tank of fuel. And so has DMRE TSM JDJ. I read the whole lot, what the hell. So, Narcotic Hypnosis says Caddy is second overall, I think. Narcotic Hypnosis also said Vulcan first. That Smoker said, yeah, but he did a whole lap carrying damage. Narcotic Hypnosis said they didn't go a lap down. Roadrunner Dan said, gotta love the Tinternet chatting with a somewhat stranger who I've never met, yet I know he's a genius. What Narcotic Hypnosis is something edgy about him, isn't there? So they stayed on the lead lap, and Caddy has made up the gap in the stint. Pendragon says, so far, if Vulcan pits, Caddy is past by 15 seconds. Yeah, it's about 30 seconds they're losing. Yeah, that fuel's not dropping too much, you know. Well, it's still 7 laps to go, though. It's such a long lap. Roadrunner Dan said it's hard work to keep up where people are. Dark Smoker said, okay, fair enough. And Xpen Dragon said, Potter also has to pit. Caddy done pitting to stop, I think. Narcotic Hypnosis says, besides Caddy, everyone else has to pit again. So Pendragon said, correct. There you go. So I was guessing they know. Vulcan has definitely got to pit again. Only 15 seconds ahead of Caddy. Caddy fueled up till the end. He's going to take it all the way to the black and white flag, and he wants to be in first spot when he sees it. There is Potter in third place. The guys are saying, the consortium, Deep Thought, is saying, the Borg Collective. What else can I think of a group of things that come together to think? Anyway, Deep Thought believes everyone else may have to pit, will have to pit. I'm going to be decisive on your behalf, guys. There is Viper in fourth place, 34 seconds behind Potter and 15 seconds ahead of TSM. He has got just under 3/4 of a tank of fuel, and TSM has got less than a quarter. He's going to have to pit soon. Swift is on a similar pit strategy, also 2 seconds. It's not moved much between them. Swift doing an 8:05.380 last time, with TSM doing an 8:06.4. At this rate then Swift will catch him, but it was less than 2 seconds earlier, so he's dropped back a little bit. Pace there in 7th place, 21 seconds behind the battle we just saw, and only 1.8 seconds ahead of the Subaru of Luke Mitchell. Luke Mitchell, though, he is harkening for a pit stop. He's got no fuel on board. Pace, he's only got a quarter of a tank of fuel yet, so there's a lot of pit stops needed to be done down the back here. There is 3/4 of a tank fuel for Deadman Racing. Simp 3 Pro, 8:09.0 his last time around. He's 24 seconds behind Luke, but remember, Luke and Pace both got a pit. I'm not sure 3/4 might just get you there, I'm not sure. The guys, Deep Thought, don't think that might be. Storm Pacer then in 10th place, 34 seconds behind Simp 3 Pro, and he's 3 minutes 40 seconds ahead of Dankert. THG Dankert. I keep saying I wanted to say the Dankert, but it's THG, the Humble Guys Racing. Dankert from the US of A. He's a minute ahead of his teammate Pebsy. Roadrunner Dan called you Plebsy. Pebsy, I didn't. And there you go, Dan Robbo. Whoa, he's almost got all of it. Almost. He's missed 2 chassis pieces. Come on. Come on, Robbo. I want to see it. I want to see all of it covered. So we're guessing Dan nipping into the pits. He is going to, like army veterans, he's going to wake up in the middle of the night in cold sweats, remembering the green hell. There is rushed some 4 minutes off of 13th place, 12 minutes behind the leader Vulcan. So in the chat, what are we missing? Narcotic Hypnosis says, besides Caddy, everyone else has to pit again. Pendragon said correct. Roadrunner Dan said Thingamajig's Santa, and we're his little elves helping him out. Yes, that's the way it is. Roadrunner Dan, will Viper need to stop? 7 laps seems a lot on 3/4 of a tank. Yes, I know. This is what we're saying. If they're saying Caddy, he's going all the way, and no one else is. Yeah, he's down to half. I think the boys. I think the mainframe may be right. It might just be Caddy that's able to stay out there. Vulcan, 14 seconds lead, 801.7 last time around from him. He's not slowing down. He doesn't look like he's going into any kind of fuel save, whereas Caddy is now dropping that hammer. Absolutely beasting it around the Nürburgring. So, hang on. Narcotic Hypnosis said the overall gap between Vulcan and Caddy is around 32 seconds, by the way, so they could be even at the end of this stint. Pendragon says Viper will stop. Narcotic Hypnosis says good spot, Viper will make it. Only just. Narcotic Hypnosis says no, wait, 3/4 isn't enough. Pendragon says hope he makes it. Roadrunner Dan says it's too late at night to work out people's strategies. That's what I was thinking, so I gave up about an hour ago. I'm fully committed to this. We're watching Caddy, the bad boy. McPot 28.9 seconds behind. He's doing 802s, even though we know he can do a 758.7. Oh, so someone did get a 58 in my group. But you got 57, didn't you, Jerry? I think Jerry's probably gone off to open his own lobby by now, I imagine. So, Pendragon says, laugh my A off. Narcotic Hypnosis says it's really close on fuel. You can do 7 laps on 3/4, but you've got to keep an eye on it and use it wisely. Pendragon said, and coast a lot. Narcotic Hypnosis says damage bingo cross off parts of a car that has been damaged on Dan Robbo. It is, yeah. Pendragon would have been better if he was in the slipstream, then we could save. Roadrunner Dan said yeah, but he isn't near anyone. We're all talking about Viper, I believe, at the moment. He's 36 seconds behind Potter and 19 seconds ahead of Swift, but Swift has got a pit. He's got himself. Oh no, I think Sim has pitted. Was it Sim? No, it was T. Where is he? I've lost a driver. We haven't lost a driver. Oh, rushed. Pulling back onto the track. Dan Robbo in 13th. How's his car looking? He's had that fixed. He's come out the pits. Team's been around it. Pebsy in 12th. He should have enough fuel now. He's just pitted. There we see Dankert. He's topped right up, ready to run to the end. Storm Pacer also in 3/4 of a tank of fuel. I think that's probably it by now. 6 laps left. Luke Mitchell, he's over 3/4 of a tank of fuel, 12.1 seconds behind SMP. There is TSM, he's in 7th. SMP 3 Pro, he's got 3/4 of a tank of fuel, did an 807.9 the last time around. That was his fastest lap of the race so far. TSM there in 7th place, just pitted, topped her up. He's fighting Swift, so pace. He's going to have to fuel pretty soon with Swift. Also needing to pit soon. A Viper there, nearly half a tank of fuel. 36 seconds behind Potter. Potter, he's just over half a tank of fuel. 802s. I think Potter, he might be trying to fuel save. Great look of flames coming out the side of that Chevy then. I don't know if you noticed them, they were beautiful. Whoa, that back end looking a little shaky there for Potter. We haven't had an in-car view for a while, so I will choose one of these bad boys. Not that bad boy, but I will choose one of these guys to jump on board with. Although, in all fairness, Caddy is really shoving that time in, but, well, Vulcan, we're going to go on Viper. We've talked about Viper a lot, so let's sit on Viper for a bit, soak in this track. Well, there is actually some floodlights around here somewhere. And then we're going off into the wilderness, into the deep dark. 38.6 seconds behind Potter McPot. The last time around on lap 19, we did an 8-minute 5-second .139 lap time. don't know what that was. So, in the chat, he isn't near anyone. Pendragon said, could Caddy be going fastest lap? He's trying, I reckon. Pendragon says he's purple, Roadrunner. You're not fully committed if you're not working out our strategies, thingy-jig. I know. I've got... It's hard work. Give us a track guide. Yeah, alright, I'll tell you. Here is a... right, that's a corner. It's not much of a corner. There's a left. Right, just coming round here is a bit of a tighter left. And then... as you come over here, you go through a little jump, and then you've got to really brake hard to get around this one. No, that's quite fast. Where's the jump where you have to brake straight after it? I'm not sure. That's a very tight right one. Whoa, no, Viper. Whoa, beautiful catch there, Viper. Sweet stuff. Oh, yeah. Something for the ladies there right at the end. Wow, thank you. Viper giving it some sideways action, losing the back end, wrestling that Subaru back under control. Fantastic stuff. Super duper. So, Vulcan then leading the way. His fuel is starting to flash. We have got 6 laps to go, 5 laps after this one. Whoa, he's bouncing off the curb. Oh, he's damaged his car. He has damaged it. He's damaged it. He's only a minute away from the end of the lap. He's just about to hit that long straight, though. The last place you want to brake your car, just before you want to go very fast in a straight line. Oh, Caddy. Look at you, eh? Look at you, you bad boy. He's not the Messiah, he's just a very naughty boy. Caddy on his way now. He is going to ruin Vulcan. Absolutely destroy him when he reaches him. He's going to be like the American hawk, bearing down on a poor little mouse. Vulcan, the little mouse. Mousy. Waiting for the attack from the Chevy Corvette. So here we go. Roadrunner Dan. The jump is earlier in the lap. Oh, there you go. Oops, caps. I thought you were shouting at me, Dan. Pendragon says, oh, wow, nice. Roadrunner Dan said, narcotic hypnosis. Now, mate, Route X is longer. Narcotic hypnosis says, R.I.P. Vulcan. Narcotic hypnosis says, loving the Monty Python references. There you go. And Vulcan, he went straight into the pits with that damage. I don't know how much it's cost him. We will see at the end of his pit stop. A good pit stop to me, it seems. They're around the 8:30 section, but 8:44 that one for Caddy when he had his, and Potter when he had his at 8:40. So we're looking around about 8:40 then. 8:47 there for Viper when he had his, and there, ooh, I thought Potter had moved himself up into second spot, but he's only 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds behind. Vulcan now is Potter. Race on, but we think Potter may have to stop. They're on lap 21, very early into 21, so it can be counted. Woo-wee, daddy. And there's Caddy. Caddy. For all the flack you've taken, look at it. You've come out smelling of roses, boy. You've come out on top. Just got to get through that stewards meeting, and you're swinging. Who's just missed the fastest lap? 7:59.1 for Caddy. I will find the fastest lap for you there. Vulcan hasn't got it in the last few laps. Oh, it's there. Potter's got it. 7:58.737. Old Harry doing a fine job. Swift is coming into the pits. That was a few laps after TSM, and that's who he's fighting with. TSM halfway down the straight. Swift not even at his garage yet. Pace there, following him into the pits there. So TSM hopefully should be moving back up into 5th place, but how close will Swift be when he comes out? TSM some 17.3 seconds ahead of the other Deadman Racing Simp 3 Pro, and there he goes up into 5th place. Swift topping up. He doesn't need to put as much fuel in as the other guy's pace there, just getting his tyres changed. Swift then, he's coming out. He's got 3/4 of fuel in there, and it's just a back marker, I think, has gone past him. There is Simp 3 Pro. No, he's gone past Pace, but he has not gone past Swift. He's still 13 seconds behind Swift. There is SMP3 Pro. with his cool black helmet. So let's have a quick one through. Caddy, 28 seconds leading from Vulcan. So Vulcan, 44 seconds. It cost him on his pit stop. He's put in just under 3/4 of a tank of fuel. But it's a lot to ask in just a short time to try and catch Caddy up from this position. He'll be hoping Caddy makes a mistake, maybe. In the chat then, Roadrunner Dan says 4/10 off of fastest lap is a good effort. Narcotic Hypnosis says 36-second gap. Overall gap is looking to be about 3 seconds. Wow, how close is that going to be? Pendragon, they're probably further apart in a rolling start. Pendragon said, yeah, he wasted it in the final corner. Roadrunner Dan said that's very close after 16 hours. It is. Narcotic Hypnosis is unbelievably close. Narcotic Hypnosis, but it's the first lead change in about 10 hours. Narcotic Hypnosis says 8 hours, my bad. So there, Caddy, 28.7 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Potter though, Potter, what are you doing? You're doing, man? You're getting all over the curbs again. We've talked about this numerous times during these two stints. I scolded you for laps on end in the first stint about calming down, staying chilled, and now in this race, you're doing it again. I know you're only 2.8 seconds behind Vulcan, but just chill, man. Chill. We should still have about 30 minutes left of racing here, isn't it? Easily. So, Pendragon saying if the stint starts, they should be put on their way like in the rally stints. If you had a 30-second lead, you would make the rest wait and release them based on the time gap. Roder and Dan, Narcotic Hypnosis, who you're backing to win overall? Oh, that's a tough one. Well, I will answer, Pendragon. I think that idea was put forward to the organisers about 3 days before, and it's a great idea. It is a great idea, and I think you might see it implemented maybe if this becomes a yearly event next time round. I think there was an idea that people just sit in the pits and it's down to their own teammate to let them know they've crossed the line, and as soon as their teammate in the other lobby crosses the finishing line to finish the race, they call through to their other teammate and say go, and then they pull out the pits and start their journey. And I said, how painful is that if your car's like 3 laps down? You just sat in the pits for 20 odd minutes waiting for cars just to come past you. So I mean, you will get a true picture. It'll be after the fact though. They will add all the times up with their time calculator and work out who was where and how far apart. But yes, I do see the idea of them still spacing it out throughout the 24 hours. Vulcan on his outlap, he's ahead of Potter. Oh no, because Potter's chasing him down, and of course I've got myself confused then. He's 2.7 seconds behind the Vulcan, 801.684, but remember we don't know about his fuel, but I'm thinking his fuel might just make it, you know. I'm no expert in these things. They said lap 24, but he's going a second or so slower than he's able to, I think, and maybe that's enough to save the fuel. Viper then, he's on half a tank of fuel, so Potter and Viper, similar amounts of fuel. Can they make them last all the way till the end? It's an 807.8 for Viper. I think he really is lifting off that accelerator in the corners. He's losing quite a bit of time. TSM 51 seconds behind him. TSM and Swift 2.3 seconds apart. Sat on board the Jaguar, hunting down TSM. So in the chat, SDM Carbon said Luke, Tayachi and Pim. Problem is they're really down, aren't they? Yeah, I don't think Luke Mitchell's having a very good race this one. That's who races with Scuderia, Luke Mitchell and Tayachi. They've dropped a lot in this race. They're down in like 11th place or something. Where is he? Well, he's not in the top 8 anyway. Might be after the pit stops. So where was I on the chat? Narcotic Hypnosis says that Roadrunner Dan. The SBR BMW seems to be a stronger overall lineup. Roadrunner Dan said, if I'd like Luke, Tiachi and Timothy to win, but unlikely in my opinion. Narcotic Hypnosis says Potter got so bored of racing he decided to turn his Corvette into a hedge trimmer. Yeah, Roadrunner Dan. SBR seems strong. Narcotic Hypnosis says a Viper's car is a lap down. Narcotic Hypnosis says Potter's car started this stint 3 minutes behind overall. Narcotic Hypnosis said Swift started 2 minutes behind. So you're getting an idea of where everyone is. And it is for charity. Remember, we're racing for dementia. I forgot myself. But yeah, we're racing for dementia here. We've got a Just Giving page. It's on our YouTube channel. There is like a trailer, a promo, that's the word. There's a promo for it, and I think there it tells you if you wish to give, how to give. And really, after what we've seen these boys do out there, they've got worth a shilling or two, haven't they? They've got to be worth a couple of pieces of gold. I'm not waking up the pirate. I can't do it. So Caddy getting he's getting purples. My landlubbers. So there is Vulcan. I'm not going down that road. It takes me ages. I can't get back out of the pirate. It's addictive. You can't stop doing the R's. The R's, my lovies. Cross my palm. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'll be here forever. It'll be awful. For you guys, for me, I love it. I can do it all day. My kids go absolutely crazy saying, well, you shut them. So Caddy leading. Sorry, I digress. I'm getting carried away again. Distracted, you might say. Vulcan 30 seconds behind. He's got just over half a tank of fuel. Caddy, yeah, similar fuel loads on Vulcan and Caddy. Potter just under half. Oh, he might make it laugh. He did an 8:12 last time around. He's 11 seconds behind Vulcan. Oh dear. So a Viper 35 seconds behind Potter. He's got a little less fuel than Potter. It's hard to say. They're on lap 22. TSM, no! TSM off the track. TSM, and there's Swift. We said Swift, TSM were quite close to Swift there. Swooping past in his Jaguar saying thank you. 5th place, are you sure? Are you sure? Because it seems very, very, I don't know. It just seems like, give me a Ferrero Rocher. Oh, surely, but a position on track. Wow. Thank you. Oh, ding dong. So TSM down into 6th, but he did not damage the car. And that is the most important thing, especially when you're only this into the lap. You can't drive around a whole lap. We are 2 hours and 53 minutes into this race. So far, coming up to the 3-hour mark. It's going to be a little bit shortened because we've had some red flags along the way. The GT Sports servers have been an absolute menace this evening, and no one knows why. Just one of those things, I guess. Maybe it was PS5 day and those with PS5s got to play, and next week it'll be PS4 day and those with PS4s get to play. But neither of them should play together. So 5th place for Swift. Who'd have thunk it? I think he got 5th place in Stint 1 as well. So great drive from the Jaguar team. Swift up to 5th with TSM in 6th, Pace in 7th there. Is anyone going to have to nip into the pit? Sim 3 Pro is only just ahead of Luke Mitchell. Mr. Luke Mitchell up in... Oh, maybe that's what MMR is. Maybe he misspelled Mr. So Mr. Luke Mitchell there up into 8th place now. 8th place ahead of the Dodge Viper, but the Dodge Viper's coming back at him. Is Luke Mitchell going to maintain that 8th place? The Dodge is up the side of him. It's a battle royale here from the Subaru and the Dodge Viper, but it looks like Luke Mitchell maintaining that 8th place. Continuing on. Great stuff there from Luke Mitchell. Where have I gone? I've gone the wrong way. I'm going the wrong way. Sorry. Storm there. Behind Sim 3 Pro. We just see. Got got overtaken by Luke Mitchell. He's got half a tank of fuel. His super softs are looking all right. He did an 8:12.836 the last time around. Mr. Luke Mitchell in 8th spot, an 8:04.4 from him. And he's having a cracking 24-hour race. Storm Pacer then in 10th place in the BMW, an 8:09.552. And he is cracking on. Cracking on indeed. 4 minutes ahead of Dankert, who is 36.7 seconds ahead of Pebsy. Pebsy's 1 minute 25 seconds ahead of Dan Rodeo. Not Dan Robbo, I'm going to call him Dan Rodeo. The way he's been riding that Porsche is like a bucking horse. I said bucking, bucking. Get your minds out of the gutter, the lot of you. But Dan Rodeo riding that Porsche into the barriers mostly, but he's been doing some good driving as well in between. A bit of barrier bashing. There is a Rushed. He's on the super softs now. Plenty of fuel for his last 6 laps. He's still on lap 20, remember. He's 14 minutes 43 seconds behind the leader. Great effort though. I'm telling you, I couldn't do. I'd still be further back than Rushed, trust me. Especially round here. I can't remember this track for love nor money. I am all over the shop. I was told a trick once. Is, you know how they have the gear? I don't think you can see it when you watch a live stream, but next to the gear they have the little red that tells you what gear you would be suitable for the next corner. I was always told when that starts flashing, that's when you're braking. So that's what I usually keep an eye out for. Oh my lord, the iPad just died. Ran out of battery. Moving over to the phone. Oh, that's plenty of juice in the phone, so I'm still going to get to see your comments. Don't worry, you're not getting away from me that easily, guys. Not getting away that easily. Have you been liking, everyone? Have you been liking the page? Because it means something. Then chat narcotic hypnosis. Thank you. Right. Oh, Mitchell Motorsport Racing. Thank you, Carbon. Sorry. Do you know Roadrunner Dan told me it was Mickey Mouse Racing? How can that be true? You know? So you'll have to tell him off. So then we got Caddy. We're watching. I'm trying to find the chats where I last read. There's been loads here. Oh yeah, narcotic hypnosis, keeping us informed with how far apart everyone is. Pendragon said, who still has to pit? See some guys will pit lap 22. It is looking that way. Pendragon, I think Potter still lap 24 or 25. So Potter and Viper. Oh my god, Potter's absolutely smashed it right up. He's absolutely cracked that Chevy. What has he done in these dying moments of this race? There comes Viper. Viper saying, oh, really? Cheers, mate. I'm 7.1 seconds behind. Just wait for me. I'll be there. Don't you worry. I'm on my way. So, narcotic hypnosis saying Caddy definitely doesn't need to stop. He does now. Again, Potter can make it to the end if he saves. He's not saving much. Narcotic hypnosis says JDJ doesn't need to. Roadrunner Dan says, I think Potter should pit earlier to give himself a chance to chase the gap down. If he leaves it too late, he won't have time to catch. Sheep in says morning. Narcotic hypnosis says a sim race commentated by a pirate. Okay, yeah. Arr, arr, there he comes. I see a Potter in the distance. Not in the distance no more. He be behind us now. Set the sails. Carbon says those glowing brakes, they are so cool though, aren't they? Who's hosting next? I think that would be your favourite commentator, Jerry B, Jerry the Bear, Jerry Bang. Yeah, Jerry Man is doing it. Carbon, ding dong. Roadrunner Dan said, surprised there aren't more yellow lights. They light up better than white A little bit, yeah. Caddy, oh god, they're a bit dazzling, those white ones, aren't they? Roadrunner Dan says also GT server's been busy because of FIA Nations Round 1. Well, tell them to stop. It's all full of dirty riders anyway. I tried joining it once, never again. My god, how desperate are people just to get a space? Huh? It's like Black Friday. Vulcan then, sorry, I am trying to read your comments, look at the race, I'm doing everything, okay? Mitchell Motorsports Racing, if no one had actually mentioned it, they hadn't. They left me thinking it was either a misspelt Mister or a Mickey Mouse Racing. Roadrunner Dan. Good move. Luke, sorry, Jerry Bear. How did the Viper lose a straight line race to a sub? And yeah, thank you, Narcotic. Narcotic said, Thingy swore, I will not accept any other reality. Did I swear? Did something slip out? Oh my lord. Oh, I'm sorry guys. We are behind the watershed though. Who's got the highest top end down the long straight? I haven't been checking it out, bro. Honestly. I haven't been looking at their speedos. Carbon says, go Viper. Haven't slept today, so let's see. Potter, he's got to the pits, he stayed in 4th. Swift could not catch him up. He's got 13 seconds though. Half tank fuel. TSM down into 6th place, only 2 seconds behind Swift. In 7th we have Pace. We saw they lost a lot of time from the last stint as Kale could not take part, so Pace trying to make some of that time up. Mitchell, hang on, I've been told, so let me say it right, okay? I want to get this right. Let me find it. Mitchell Motorsport Racing, Luke Mitchell. Oh, it's named after him. Oh, I see. Oh, very nice. He's in 8th place, 8:04.9. His last time around, he's 7 seconds ahead of SMP3 Pro. For the Deadman Racing team in the Dodge Viper. There we see Storm Pacer in 10th place, 29 seconds behind SMP3 Pro and 4 minutes 50 seconds ahead of Plebsy. Pebsy, I didn't say Plebsy, I didn't. Oh, I'm sorry Pebsy. It's slipped out. So Pebsy has moved ahead of Danker. Interesting stuff there. Is Danker okay? He's on the Super Softs. He's been in, but that was a long pit stop at 9:08, so maybe he picked up some damage because he was quite a way ahead of Pebsy, and now he is some 15 seconds behind. Dan Rodeo in 13th place, and he's riding that stallion all the way home now. He is 1 minute 10 seconds behind Dankert and 5 minutes 51 seconds ahead of Rushed 4. So we're looking at Viper 53 seconds behind Vulcan. Vulcan's 27 seconds. I don't think anyone's catching anyone in this race from now on. Who is hosting the next genitals? Mr. Thingy said sheep. Exactly why I don't race in FIA. It's all BS, says Narcotic Hypnosis. Roadrunner said they have set up, so we don't know. Pendragon says Vulcan is purple. He done an 8 minute 0.825. I mean, come on, 27 seconds in 3 laps. That's a big ask in anyone's books. Narcotic Hypnosis saying I'm talking about the bucking horse, lol. J Bear says a Viper probably has highest top speed. See, J Bear knows his stuff. Wait for your clever questions for the next stint. Just ask me dumb things about TikTok and stuff like that. Kenzo Drift Boy says I really want to sleep, but I've got to stay awake to update the sheet with the stint for overalls. I apologise. Oh yeah, what have I got to do? I think on my last lap I've got to just really read out the times a lot. J Bear says, but it's tough. It's like only straight long enough to really maximise your total power ratios. Roadrunner Dan said you got the flat out section near the start middle of Nord's lap 2. J Bear says, yeah, do they reach max speed there? Seems like they typically don't wrap out last gear like the main section. And J Bear says also get out the E to B rating and FIA gets good. Oh yeah, I'm sure you A drivers, you A ratings. I was B rating for a while, but I didn't do nothing mean. I'm not trying to say I think the last time I'm going to go on dailies sparingly, and I don't really take it that serious, so I don't qualify much, and then I start at the back with all the desperados and get bashed around because I'm too polite, and I don't want to get in people's way, so I'm down to a C rating now. It's just downright embarrassing. So as we're coming close to the end, to get Jerry Bear all warmed up, I will do the readout. Caddy is leading by 25. Oh, I'm going to turn me down. I don't know how you guys listen to me. It's awful. It's just terrible voice. Narcotic Hypnosis says source an A+S rated driver. Red Run Dan said join one of our league races in art thingamajig as a driver, not a commentator. I have more fun commentating though. I honestly do. I get angry when I drive. I'm an angry driver. Things bother me, and it's not other drivers. It's just silly mistakes that I make. Braking, snatching the brakes, just doing something stupid, and then I'll drive around for 3 laps so angry with myself. So it's just, you know, I have a laugh when I do commentary. I see other people going off and saying that's not my problem. Sorry dude, that's the worst. So Caddy leaving not leaving, he's leading. He's leaving Vulcan behind. He is 25.4 seconds in the lead. There is a Vulcan in second place. He is 56.5 seconds ahead of Viper, who is in third place. Viper is some 35.3 seconds ahead of Potter in fourth. Potter got damaged. He had to come in and fix it all. Cost him so much, cost him third place, let's face it. So Potter then 35.2 seconds behind Viper, and he is 16.6 seconds ahead of Swift in fifth place. Did an 803.902 his last time around. He's not going to catch Potter up, but will he stay ahead of TSM in his Jaguar? Swift in fifth. He's some 3.7 seconds now in ahead of sixth place TSM. TSM managing an 805.193 his last time around. He's in sixth place, and he is 12 seconds ahead of seventh, 3.7 seconds behind fifth. Seventh place is pace. Seventh place is pace. Now let me state his case for this race. Sorry. TSM is 11.8 seconds ahead. See, I make myself laugh, and that's all that matters. Hang on. Pace is in seventh place. Someone's pitting. Viper is pitting. Viper, we said it was marginal, and like Roadrunner Dan said, it's better off coming in earlier than later. I know he's talking about Potter, but Potter had to come in earlier because his tyres were, I mean, he broke his car. Them damn delicate Chevys. And there, the Batmobile still leading the way. 26.2 seconds from Vulcan. Vulcan did a 7:59.6 the last time around, but Potter has still got that fastest race for Stint for Viper. It was a splash and dash. He's in and out before Potter can catch him up. There you go. So now I'm going to have to do a run through with the times again for our friends, taking all of the notes. Seventh place in this race is held by Pace. Yeah, there you go. It's better than mine. Well done, Narcotic Hypnosis. Do you know what? And it's, I hope this doesn't upset you. I watch a comedy called Community, and I think they've got someone called Abed. And I don't know, with the facts and the figures and all the amazing stuff that you've come out with in this chat, I just imagine Abed in my head from Community, the comedy Community. I don't know who's watched it. I don't think anyone watched it. I find it funny, but I don't think many others do. Caddy leading 26.2 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Vulcan is 1 minute 25 seconds ahead of Viper. Viper is 6 seconds ahead of Potter. I'll tell you what, it might be juicy in the last 2 laps. But they're both very fast drivers. Viper, he's managed Oh no, I thought he'd done a 7:59 somewhere, but it's an 8:05, but he might have been fuel saving. He might pick up the pace. Potter, he did a 7:59.5, but that was an out lap. What can he do in these final 2 laps? I'll try and read those times out for my man Jerry there, trying to set up his grid and his lobby, if it's him, or is he going to wait for Rotary? Big thanks for, I think it's Rotary. Obviously don't see him because he's just sat in the background. Just thinking, oh, I'm bored, man, I want to go to bed. It's nearly 2 in the morning. UK time. I don't know if Rotary's UK or not. So Caddy is leading by 26.3 seconds. Vulcan is second place, 1 minute 25 seconds ahead of Viper in third. Viper only 5.6 seconds ahead of Potter. Write that one in pencil, guys. Don't write that one down in ink, because that's subject to change. Potter in fourth. He is 17.6 seconds ahead of Swift. Swift in fifth. He's only 4.5 seconds ahead of TSM. Swift doing an 8:04.3 the last time around. TSM managing an 8:06.9. So he's not as fast as TSM, but he's close enough to just touching distance. He can touch a little bit of him. There is Pace in 7th place in this race. I like it. Thank you, Narcotic Hypnosis. Road Rage Dude says, good work, Viper. Narcotic Hypnosis says, oh yes, my friend watches Community. I need to watch it, lol. Narcotic Hypnosis is 7:55 out lap. Holy moly. So that's a cracking one. And then J Bear says Rotary will be hosting Stint 5, by the way, if you see this thingy. So you're just going to have to wait until this is all over and done with and Rotary comes over and opens a group for you. Roadrunner Dan, I'm heading to bed after this race. I don't blame you, or Stint. I don't blame you, man. I'm going to. Sorry, Jerry Bear. I want to be there for you. I'll watch the first half hour or so, because I'm going to go and smoke a ridiculous amount of fags. I know you Yanks aren't quite down with what fags are, but I keep saying cigarettes. I feel pompous. I know us Brits are pompous and stuck up and all of that, but, you know, cigarette. Ciggy. I'm gonna have a ciggy, man. No? I usually say I'm gonna have a smoke. But, you know, after all the Potter talk, I'm scared to say anything like, go for a smoke, man. So, Caddy there, leading 25 seconds. I didn't go any further. Where did I stop? I keep trying to go and do everyone's times, and then I get distracted and go back to the top again. So, Swift. I wanted to see you had that out lap. Over 7:55, Vulcan. No, 7:59 though, 0.668 from Vulcan, 24 seconds behind Caddy. 2 laps to go, man. It's all a little bit too late, I think, for Vulcan. But if he's got the fuel, use it. Every second counts when it's all getting counted up at the end. So the closer he can finish to Caddy, the better, I imagine. So Viper is 1 minute 24 seconds behind Vulcan. Potter, 4th, is 5 seconds behind Viper. In 5th, Swift, 19.5 seconds behind Potter. It's not the last lap, yeah. I only have to really do this in the last lap. I'm just getting him in the mood. TSM in 6th place. He is 5.6 seconds behind Swift and 9.7 seconds ahead of Pace. That's it. I keep getting to Pace and then getting distracted. Pace is in 7th, 9.7 seconds behind 6th and 14.5 seconds ahead of Mitchell Motorsport Racing. Luke Mitchell, who's in 8th. Alright, Luke, how's it going, mate? So Luke is in 8th, he's 14.5 seconds behind Pace, and he's 13.1 seconds ahead of SMP3 Pro, who is in 9th place there in his Dodge Viper, and he is 25 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer, who is in 10th. Storm Pacer in 10th is 5 minutes ahead of Pepsi, who is in 11th spot, 31.6 seconds ahead of Dankert. In 12th, Dankert is 1 minute 43 seconds ahead of Dan Rodeo, and he is 6 minutes 26 seconds ahead of the Whiskey Bandits racer Rushed. So who's racing who? Potter pushing as hard as he can, but Viper we expect also going to be doing some low 8-minute late 7:59s, as well as Potter will be Potter in the purples. Let's get on board for a very speedy lap here at the Nürburgring. We're already 6 minutes into the race, but we're before that start straight, so we can see what a Corvette can do down the back straight in the chat. Then Narcotic Hypnosis says, I don't need sleep, I need answers. I can't sleep, I'm too invested, ha ha ha. Roadrunner Dan said, haha, I wonder if you'll still be watching at 9 AM tomorrow. Bambi Sim Racing said, I took a nap during Timmy's stint. Kenzel Doribo Boy, I'm sorry, your name is really hard. I don't know why I'm struggling with it every time I see it. It's Kenzel Dorifto Boy. Pain, he says. Rudder and Dan says, thingamajig, petting, getting in the mood. Yeah, baby. Narcotic Hypnosis says, yeah, I'll probably be watching to the end, barring I don't pass out and laugh my A off. And Jerry Bear said, I'll probably watch Stint 6 after 5 night as well, so there will be at least 2 of us fighting off sleep. Kenzel Dorif Boy says, just call me Illusion. Oh, you're Illusion, are you? Oh, hey up. You're the other commentator. Oh, bless you, bud, being around. Road Rage says, Narcotic Hypnosis, funny to do that when you got pole that one time. And Bambi Sim Racing says, I'm staying up until Noir gets back in the car, and then all bets are off. Other than a short nap, I've been up since 4 AM, so 17 hours. You're going for it, Bambi. And Narcotic Hypnosis says, Road Rage dudes, we don't talk about that. Oh, that's something to do about him being on pole. I'm guessing he fell asleep before the race started. A 7:58 then for Potter. No, yeah, it was. We saw the end of that very fast lap whilst I was reading out the comments. You guys got to see a master at work. He's only 2 seconds behind Viper. What's going on? That is a very fast lap, but is it that fast? What's Viper doing? Viper's lap time was an 8-minute dead, so only 1.5 seconds faster, but he's only 2.5 seconds behind. Interesting. This is bubbling up for the last lap, isn't it there? With Viper v Potter. Up ahead, Caddy. He's done an 8:02 twice in the last 2 laps. I think he's just cruising that bad boy home. I mean, there is no cruising here at the Nürburgring after 4 hours of driving. That's a poor choice of words, I must say, but he is bringing that baby home, shall we say, and not trying to risk anything. Fastest laps just aren't worth it. Vulcan then in second place, 24 seconds behind Caddy. He's just lapped someone. There's a car behind him. He's 1 minute 26 ahead of Viper. Ooh, a little graze on the wall was that. Little graze on the wall, 2.2 seconds ahead of Potter. He's really churning that accelerator now. He's churning the butter in that Chevy. Squeezing it for everything it's got. Give me more, Captain. In the chat, Road Rage Dude says, ha 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 ha. Road Rage Dudes also says the pain is real on that. Roadrunner Dan said, new fastest lap. It is a 7:58.5. No, yeah, it might be. I think in Stint 2 it was a, no, they did a 57. I'm sure they did a 57. I'm sure someone's done a 57 in one of the other stints. Narcotic Hypnosis. For context, a couple of years ago, there was a 2.4 hour race here, and I got pole ahead of Nor by 7 seconds. I fell asleep before the race and missed it. Oh no, what a nightmare. Road Rage Dude says it was won by Fred. Oh, Narcotic Hypnosis, that's a gutter. Well, in your mind, you can always say, well, I would have won it anyway. 7 seconds ahead on pole. In the bag, one worth turning up for. Should just sort of like, style it off and say, yeah, well, I was too fast. I wanted to give you guys a chance. So Caddy is 23 seconds in the lead of this race in first place. Vulcan there in second. He's done an 8 minutes, 0.822 his last time around. Caddy also an 802.9. Like I said though, I think Caddy feels no fear from the Vulcan, and he's just bringing that Chevy home. Viper though, on the other hand, he's starting to get a little bit of sweat, I reckon, on that forehead of his, because he's got Harry Potter chasing him right down, hunting him. 1.8 seconds. It's been around the 2 minute mark. He's got another fastest lap of 58.5, yes, which Roadrunner Dan did point out. My God, look at the speed he's carrying through these corners. It's unbelievable. This is fantastic racing, and in front there you can see Viper in his Subaru. The car is unsteady, shaking around outside the corner, snaking down the road, trying to get every little bit of speed out of that Subaru, while Potter McPot chasing him down with great furiousness. Cracking stuff, this race. This is a fantastic stuff by the Achy Breaky Heart Racing Club. No, the Achy Packs Racing Club. Achy Breaky Heart. That's it. That's stuck in my head. Great. Caddy still 23 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Vulcan trying to cut that little bit of time down ahead of Caddy. He might not be able to win this race today, but he can take some seconds off of the final race time. There is a Viper 1 minute 26 seconds behind those guys. Only a second now. It's only a second. It only takes a minute, girl. The Potter's on. Potter's on. So Viper under pressure is a second between the two of them. Potter on an absolute dash here. I suppose he's letting us know this is what he would have done to Caddy if he didn't break his car. This is the sort of reaction that he would have dealt out. This was his justice. This is his story. One man in a Chevy, facing the end of the world. He's only got one Rizzler left. Caddy then leading the way. Bad boy, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? So, I'm missing more chat, sorry. Hang on. The microphone keeps getting moved. The battle for third, it's going to be close. It is, it really is. It's back up to 1.8 seconds though, so they're giving and taking, seesawing through the lap. It's interesting. This is the closest battle we have on track. We'll have a quick look. Swift, obviously at the beginning of lap 26. I'm going to have to go through the order, but at the moment I can't see any battles any closer than the one for the final podium position. Rodeo Dan has got a broken bumper. I've even changed it from Dan Rodeo now. I'm just calling him Rodeo Dan. Oh, sorry Dan, mate. There's no need. There is no need. Oh my word, there you go. Fight for third. Oh, that's the last one I read. This battle for third is going to be so close. Narcotic Hypnosis says, I tell you what else is close. It was close then. Illusion says, what does Illusion say? Have I lost it? Imagine if I fall asleep and there's no stream for Stint 6. No, you're not allowed to. You got away with only 12 laps. Anyway, you've got to go longer than the rest of us. You've got to do 40 laps of Nürburgring. And then after that, Narcotic Hypnosis says the overall gap for their lead is only about 5 seconds. Bloody hell. After 4 stints of racing. That is unbelievable. And then Illusion says Rob will be crying, Cat will be hissing, drivers will be screaming. Oh, if you fell asleep in your stint, yeah. And there we go. We're on the final lap. So here, Jerry Bear, this one's for you, baby. GTAS Caddy leading as he crosses the final for the final lap. 23.2 seconds, nearly 3 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Vulcan in second spot, he is 1 minute 26 seconds ahead of Viper. Viper in third. Oh, you're gonna have to use your pencil on this one because I think it's gonna alter in any second. Sorry, I know I've got to be reading you the order and the times, but my word, it's 2 tenths between Viper and Potter. Well, it's 2 tenths between 4 tenths. Write that one down, but write it in pencil because Viper's in third, Potter's in fourth, and we don't know if that's going to end that way. This is going to have to be a quick run through because I want to come back to this battle. Ooh, I don't want to leave this battle. So, Swift is 28.2 seconds behind Potter in fifth. Pace is in sixth, 15.7 seconds behind Swift. Seventh is TSM, and he is 5.2 seconds behind Pace. In eighth, we have Luke Mitchell. He is 12.1 seconds behind TSM. There we have ninth, SMP3 Pro. He's 19.8 seconds behind Luke Mitchell. In 10th, we have Storm Pacer. He is 24.6 seconds behind SMP3 Pro. In 11th, we have Pebsy, and he is 5 minutes 43 seconds behind Storm Pacer. In 12th, we have Dankert. He is 10.9 seconds behind Pebsy. In 13th, we have Rodeo Dan Robbo, I apologise. He's got a damaged front, so he might pit before the end of the race, but I'm not sure. He has done he is 1 minute 37 seconds behind Danker, and he is 5 minutes 57 seconds ahead of 14th. That is rushed back to third. Viper still there. He's still in third place. We're early doors in this lap. Caddy there, 23.5 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Vulcan's fuel is flat. Well, these are pros, all their fuels will be flashing. Viper, a little bit more fuel. No, these two have got good fuel. It hasn't started flashing yet. Get on board with Caddy. Get in board. Not Caddy, sorry. I'm sorry, Potter. Oh, no, Potter. Oh, no. Oh, it's a disaster. Potter. Did you put your name in the goblet? Potter, what have you done? Oh, Potter. Right, get your pens out. Jerry Bear, I'll tell you now. Caddy is 23.5 seconds ahead of second spot, which is Vulcan. Vulcan there, he is 1 minute 26 seconds ahead of third place of Viper. You can write that one in ink. Viper in third, 18.7 seconds ahead of Potter. Potter, though, has got damage. He's going to be losing time. I'm not going to miss Caddy going across the finish line. I might know we've got ages yet. So Potter's got damage, so he may pit. He's not going to pit. He didn't have time, sorry. But he's 19.2 seconds behind Viper and 10 seconds ahead of Swift. I don't think Swift's going to have enough time in this lap to catch him up. Fifth place Swift, 16.3 seconds ahead of Pace. Pace is in sixth place. He is 6.9 seconds ahead of TSM. TSM is in seventh place for Deadman's Racing, and he is 11.1 seconds ahead of Luke Mitchell. Luke Mitchell in eighth is 21 seconds ahead of ninth SMP3 Pro, who in turn is 23.5 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer. Storm Pacer is 5 minutes 47 seconds ahead of Pebsy, and Pebsy in 11th is 10.3 seconds ahead of Dankert in 12th. Dankert is 1 minute 38 seconds ahead of Dan Robbo, who's got a broken front diffuser, and Dan Robbo is 6 minutes ahead of Rushed in 14th. They're on their final lap now, just about 2 minutes away from home. Don't risk it now, Caddy. My word, Caddy playing risk over the brow of the hill. Vulcan 25 seconds behind. 8:02 that last time around. I'm not sure if he's easing off that accelerator. Did a 7:59.668. So Narcotic Hypnosis says, if you stay tuned, I'll have rough gaps ready for Stint 5. Oh yeah, I will. Cat's Asleep. Lazy Poo says, I'm guessing that's Groot. Illusion says, Mitch doesn't approve of my colourful happy sheet. Narcotic Hypnosis says, a shake packet of Dreamies. Groot, I'm guessing, is it's beautiful and we all love it, Paris. Illusion says, shut up, you've been sputtering lies all day long to keep us happy. Well, I like it, says Groot. Narcotic, sorry, Hypnosis. I'm tired now, aren't I? I'm starting to say words wrong. R.I.P. Potter. Potter! Potter! What have you done? So, I'm going to miss talking about Potter. He's going to have to race in one of the leagues I commentate on so I can say Potter! Illusion says, I'll convert it to a poster and send it to you so you can remember how rough life can be. Mindorgus K says, Viper will superb drive, good luck. Road Rage Dude says, that's huge. Illusion says, dear commentator, with 15 seconds on the timer, quickly run through. Oh, you're joking. Caddy's just finished, 25 seconds ahead of Vulcan. Vulcan is coming around in second with a minute and 38 seconds ahead of Viper. Viper in third. He's 19, 17 seconds, 16 seconds. He's slowing right down. Oh, he's really damaged his car as Viper. Potter, he's 15 seconds ahead of Potter, but it's coming down. Potter in fourth. He's 2.2 seconds ahead of Swift. Swift is closing that down. Swift is closing that down. The two leaders crossed the line already. Viper in third, but he's got a shed load of damage on that car. Potter also shed load of damage on his last lap. Here comes Swift. Here comes Swift. Here comes Swift. He's caught him up. Swift in fourth. Viper there. He's nowhere near the line. He's nowhere near the line. The car is absolutely mullered. Sorry, I know you want me to give a run through. Well, Swift is up into fourth. Swift is up into fourth. He's 3/10 ahead of Potter. Potter 15.3 seconds ahead of Pace, who's in sixth place now. TSM's dropped down. TSM's got damage. TSM, oh my lord. Sorry, you're going to have a really rough rundown because everyone's moving on the last lap. Potter, McPot in fifth place. He's 2.5 seconds behind Swift. I don't think Swift can catch up Viper. 12 seconds. They've got a long way to go in this race. Viper, oh my god, he's just going down the straight now. So, Viper, he could be 11 seconds, 10 seconds ahead of Swift. Swift 4 seconds ahead of Potter. McPot is 10 seconds ahead of Pace. Pace is up into sixth place now. 13.3 seconds ahead of TSM. TSM has got damage. He's 4.3 seconds ahead of Luke. Luke pushing like Billy O to try and catch him up. In ninth, we have a Simp 3 Pro. He is 25.8 seconds behind Luke Mitchell. In 10th, we have Storm Pacer. He's 20.6 seconds behind Simp 3 Pro, and he finished 5 minutes 55 seconds ahead of Pepsi. Pepsi in 11th, some 9.4 seconds ahead of Dankert in 12th. Dankert 1 minute 30 seconds ahead of Dan Robbo. Dan Robbo's still going round. He's trying to wreck his car totally before the end of the race now, and he is 6 minutes 13 seconds ahead of Rushed. So in third place, Swift gets podium. Swift gets the podium, 6 seconds ahead of Viper. Viper limping home, misses out on a podium. Poor Viper. There is Pace. Oh, we've still got 3 minutes odd rundown, haven't we? I can't see the rundown. We've got 20 seconds. Pace crossing the line. 8.5 seconds behind Viper. There's Potter crossing the line. 3.9 seconds behind Pace. Pace got fifth as well. Amazing. It all changes at the end. Luke Mitchell in seventh. He got ahead of TSM. So Luke Mitchell 17.7 seconds ahead of TSM. TSM is 10 seconds ahead of Simp 3 Pro. Simp 3 Pro 20 seconds ahead of Storm Pacer. Oh my gosh. Crazy racing. I didn't get but it'll be on YouTube. You can get it. Did I get it? No, it blanked. Congratulations there, Caddy. Well done on your win. That is fantastic stuff. I tried to take a screenshot, but you can get a screenshot off of YouTube, and it had quite a lot of the times on there still. Whoo-wee. Let me take you to your race results. I'll take a picture of those. God. Well, you've got up to 7th with the times anyway. Not too bad. So GTAS Caddy takes your win after 3 hours and 30 minutes of racing. Hey up. He's changing something. Oh, back to 8 Sunny. I've got to get out then. They're using this room, so I suppose we've all got to leave. Vulcan in second place. Oh, I better take a picture of this before everything changes. Give me your goodness. Why is share button not working? I can't share. Oh, there you go. It's done it. Right, just save that. No, I don't want to do that. I just want to save it. Because then all the guys at home, all they see is a blue screen. Down into 14th there. Take a screenshot of that also. And there we go. Save video. A screenshot. There we go. Get rid of that. Right then. I think they want this room because it's the only solid room in the world. I can't catch up on your chats. Here we see. I'm waiting for Bambi to appear and say I told you. Pendragon said, who knew watching 24 hours of GTS would be this fun? Bambi Sim Racing on the chat saying, I told you. Pendragon saying, well done, Pace. Bambi Sim Racing said, there you happy illusion. J Bear says, just to be clear, that 10 minutes of work getting the grid set up before it was over wasted. It will be mentioned on stream. See you all in a moment. Stint 5 incoming. Dark Smoker says, this is the best racing ever, or what? Narcotic Hypnosis says, right, off to update provisional standings. And Illusion says, Bambi Sim Racing, you know on whose side I am regarding this already. And Pendragon said, I wanted to read Lommy comments. Oh, sorry guys, I usually just always go to results. I didn't realise. Bambi Sim Racing says, I'm aware, Illusion. And Pendragon says, what you guys on about, lol? About taking the final order as they start the final lap, and Bambi was in the chat saying, dudes, I think I've got to leave. He was saying, dudes, what if it all changes on the last lap? Someone runs out of fuel. There's so many things that could go wrong, and it won't get carried on. But you know, it's all relative because it's just the final times that are taken into account. All added up, I think I've got to leave. So I'm going to close the broadcast down. Keep an eye out in about 10-15 minutes for Jerry Bear. He's going to be up with a Stint. What are we? Stint 5. So thank you for watching me. Thank you for being involved. All the chats. Don't forget to like, comment. Don't forget to put some money into the good cause, the Race for Dementia. Catch you all later. See ya on the flip side. Thank you for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure. Great stuff. Bye.